Dynamic duo. Dynamic duo.
Man, we've been gone for so long. I almost forgot how to do this thing. Been almost a week since the last time we did something like this.
Yeah, man. Since what was it? Thursday? Was it last Thursday? Yeah, last Thursday since we've been on, man.
Yeah, I was still in. I think I was still in Ohio. Was I still in Ohio? No, I was the day that I got back from Ohio.
Yeah, you just got back.
I just got back from
you had them 15 flights you put on that whole thing.
I did.
Your points must be up, boy.
Yeah. I gotta get some mileage or something after this. My God.
Boy. They gave you a gold. They gave you some gold wings after that day, man.
Yeah. I almost ended up. I was damn near in first class on one flight. They had to just upgrade me. They said we don't need to go bad. We just put you right up here.
That must have been the shortest one.
Yeah, man. Well, we had to come back tonight because man, my phone's been blowing up and people have it's weird. People have been wanting to hear from you about your thoughts on the Caitlin Clark situation.
What the hell you mean it's weird? What do you mean it's weird?
Yeah, I was like, you want to hear from who?
I'm saying, what do you mean it's weird, man? I'm the star. I am the star. So
last time you said that, you was looking at the wrong stat sheet.
Hey, I mean, I you know what? First thought that wasn't my fault. That was actually your fault, even though you had nothing to do with it. But it still was your fault. Being the co-star, you look how he fired you after my mistake. But it's okay. I'll forgive you anyway. But anyway, yeah, man. Yeah. A lot of people want to hear about what I got to say about a lot of things, man. I am your Stephen A. Smith. I am your essay.
God. That ain't good.
Hey, it's good with the money that dude's making. He lives real good. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. So, man.
Yeah, that ain't good.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
What do the people want to talk about? It's about you guys.
Rangers season is over. Rangers season. Oh, I guess we got to start the show off with some breaking news.
Hey, Brian. It wasn't over.
Yeah, Kendrick. Breaking news coming out of Arlington right now. We're about to have two breaking news because another team Arlington's playing right now. They about to take a hot hell night, but it appears that Corey Seager has suffered an injury, and they don't know. They say it's not looking good over there at the ballpark in Arlington, Globe Life Field. It's not looking too good.
Well, man, listen, I tried to tell you guys this. Enjoy opening day, because if it gets really bad here, just enjoy that the Texas Rangers won the World Series last season. Just enjoy that. So it's okay. I mean, hey, Jerry Jones been living off this for almost 3 decades now, man. So off his championship. So I mean, the Rangers at least got a good 5 more years. 10 more years to live off that one, so it's okay. It's okay. This season's gonna suck. The Rangers probably are not gonna make the playoffs this year. I mean, but looking at the good side, if they suck bad enough, they get them a top 10 pick. It worked out for the Mavericks. You suck, enter the draft, get a top 10 pick, and get back to the championship the next season. So, hey, shout out to the Rangers. I'm just trying to improve, y'all. We need pitching. Pitching's bad. Well, everybody's hurt. I mean, everybody's hurt.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that. You are not lying about that. Yeah, man, so not looking good coming out of Arlington right now. Not looking good at all.
Garcia looking around and said, man, I don't remember, these guys, half the guys wasn't even on the team last year to win the championship.
And he probably somewhere shaking his head saying, they have the nerve to not pay me, to not want to pay me.
You damn right.
Is hamstring tightness nothing serious, just preventative measure?
Hold on.
Oh, we've got live coverage from Charlie. He says he is in the building right now. He says just hamstring tightness.
Charlie, that is serious. Anything to do with soft tissue injuries, anything that muscle and muscle pulls or something like that, that is serious. That takes longer to heal.
He's gonna be out for a significant amount of time.
That's something you gotta have an MRI to look at, see what the damage is. If it looks like warped or something, or deformed or something. Yeah, hamstring injury. That could, even a hamstring strain is gonna be like 2 to 3 weeks. So expect a month miss from Corey Seager at least, on the least. But shout out to the Rangers. They're still the defending champions.
Hamstring tightness usually means out for a long time.
Don't, that's a muscle issue. Anything to do with the calf or the hamstring or something like that. Those are, even though it's just a strain, those are serious because those are soft tissue issues, soft tissue injuries.
Yeah, man, not good coming out of Arlington. Not looking good over at
we won the World Series. That's all I got to say for Ranger fans. You won the World Series.
Not looking good at Globe Life, and go ahead.
I want to ask anybody in the Ranger fans out there, knowing that you know right now, would you take that World Series? Would you take that World Series championship and if you know that maybe for the next 5 years you weren't gonna be that good, but you still take that World Series championship?
Z-Mac says it's all good. Josh Smith got us. He's been balling.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, kid, why don't you believe? You just don't believe.
You believe in what? The Rangers aren't winning nothing this year. They just ain't. They're hurt. All the main guys are hurt. It's okay.
And they didn't pay Adolis. He kind of sulking out there on the field because he didn't get his money.
You didn't bring back Montgomery, who was your best pitcher in the playoffs until the other than the World Series. You didn't bring him back, but it's okay. You won a championship. It's okay. I can stand, like I was going to say before. Would you take that World Series championship knowing that you made, if you had 5 years of being bad, or would you take just 5 years of being in the playoffs knowing that you weren't going to win a World Series? Which one would you take?
Z-Mac says I wouldn't care if we never won another game for 5 years. I didn't think they'd win a championship in my lifetime.
Hey, they didn't either. So they didn't either. So hey, good times.
Kendrick, it shocked the hell out of them too.
Oh, did shock the hell out of them. I said, damn, man. Damn, we actually the champions.
They said, hey, they so wasn't planning on that. That's why that parade route was so short.
We just, hey, listen, man. We'll just
go around the corner. Come on back. That should be good enough.
Let's go around the corner, man. Because come
on back. That should be good enough.
We wasn't expecting this. Let's go around the corner for about 5 minutes and call it a day, man.
Come on back around.
Hey, them jokers were so happy, but them Ranger fans were so happy, boy. They was there at 8 o'clock in the morning, drunk as hell.
Yeah, man. So, as I was saying, that's not the only part of Arlington that's going bad. You go down the street and around the corner over College Park. It's not going good over there right now either.
Well,
the Dallas Wings taking on Las Vegas Aces.
Well, actually, you go across the street. It's not going that good for your Dallas Cowboys. you wanted them, Arlington. You wanted them.
Hey, I got bad news for you, Kendrick. They're getting ready to move downtown to Dallas.
Damn.
Kendrick, just stick to the Mavs. You sound like Jerry Lawler taunting Mark Henry again. Hey, man, Charlie, you know who you're talking to? He is. Yeah, I'm the star, man. He's the star.
I'm the star of the show.
He's the star of the show.
I'm the star of the show, Charlie. People want to hear from me.
See what happens when you don't draft Angel Reese. Tell him, Charlie. I mean, tell him, Brian. Tell him, Chicken. That's what happens when you don't draft Angel Reese. And look, the draft pick that got, she barely get 5 minutes.
It was so bad. It was so bad. Tobias was gonna leave the bar and actually go home. He was so mad. He was so pissed off. He don't never do that, boy. He stay at that bar at least 11 o'clock.
That's so true. So he ready to pack it up and go in.
He's ready to go home, man. I said, damn.
Well, Kendrick, our Dallas Mavs have made it to Boston. I've been in practice all week. I've been getting footage. I don't know if you've been seeing it. I've been posting it up. If you go to our YouTube channel, bFb-DFW, you can see all the interviews. And oh, look at that. Oh, she missed that. Our draft pick can't even hit the front side of the rim. My God.
She still got Josh Green vibes to her. God dog it. Both our basketball teams drafted Josh Green.
So I've been at practice. I've been feeling, and let me tell you something, man. Kyrie is locked in. I saw him at practice. He's locked in, man. He's locked in. He's definitely locked in from what I seen at practice. Oh man, this game's over. I like I was there. I wasn't there for Luka yesterday, but I was there for Coach Kidd's interview, PJ, Kyrie. We did get confirmation, Kendrick. PJ Washington, he does like the nickname 3J Washington, so he says we can keep calling him on the show.
We ought to keep calling. Hell, I went to Utah and helped him with his damn busted jump shot. You can thank me for that, 3J. You can thank me for that.
We may have come up with a nickname for Derek Jones Jr. instead of just Jr. Now we might be calling him Flight Jones Jr.
That's cool.
That's cool. Flight Jones. Flight Jones.
That's cool. It's like a pimp's name other than
take flight.
It's like a pimp name or something, but we'll take it. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. But anyway, yeah, man. The NBA finals start tomorrow. Tip off at around 7:30.
Well, these guys are in Boston and they've been doing interviews all day today, and we've got some of it right here. Here's Coach Kidd. If you want to hear Coach Kidd real quick.
Yes, sir. It's Coach.
We have microphones on each side, so please raise your hand when you've got a question. We'll try to get to as many as we can. We'll start over here on 2, 4th row, a second seat in.
Jason, Chris Mannix, Sports Illustrated. You coached Porzingis for 1 year in Dallas. There was a lot of expectations for him coming into that situation. I'm wondering, from your perspective, why didn't it work out the way you probably thought?
No, Chris, when you talk about did it work, did it not work, I only had him for a short period of time, and I thought, it was going well in the sense of our defense, his ability to block shots, rebound, and then offensively we looked to post them up a little bit more than Rick had used them in the post. It was strictly just, on the perimeter shooting threes. Both work. He has the skill set to do both. And as you know, in the business of basketball, there's trades that take place. And so, and we're judged if it works or doesn't work. That's just a part of the business. But for the short period I had him, I really enjoyed KP. He was great, great on the floor, great off the floor, did everything we asked. When you talk about, maybe the health, he got hurt. And so as much as a coach or a teammate, you want them all to be out there 100% at all times. But I thought KP did great for us. But the business of basketball, there was a pivot. And so from there, things changed.
Same row in the aisle.
Hi, Manning, CLNS Media. So also on Kristaps, how have you kind of seen his game evolve in the years since you coached him and he left Dallas? And what kind of challenges are going up against him, especially when you're not certain like how they might use him in the minutes when he's coming in the series with the injury here?
Has it been that long he's been gone from Dallas?
Couple of years. Yeah.
Okay. I think, again, his game, when you talk about a big who can put the ball on the floor, who can score, I believe can play in the post and into the game. There's a lot of threes, there's not a lot of stuff, but when you look at the defensive end too, a lot of times he doesn't get recognized for his defense of being able to change shots or a shot blocker. And I think here in Boston, he's done an incredible job of doing both. There's no he plays his role, and I think that's one of the things that's underrated about KP. When you ask him to do something, he doesn't. He doesn't complain about his role. He goes out there and tries to help his team win.
Back right, Eddie.
Eddie, StephanieMaz.com. Jason, you were a pretty elite thinker back in your days as a player. I'm wondering what you think about the way Luka thinks his way around the court to help maybe some athletes.
All right, Kendra, I'm going to stop it right there real quick. Kendrick, if you could, real quick, chat me up about how important this Kristaps Porzingis matchup is for the Mavs coming these playoffs.
It's important.
Do you think he's gonna be looking to get his get back just as we think the Mavs Luka gonna be looking to get his?
And well, if he does, then it's advantage man because that means that's taking the ball out of Tatum and Brown's hands. If he wants to make it all around about him, then the Mavs going to win this in 5. That's some of the reason what got him out of here in the with the Mavericks, because Nico Harris realized because he wasn't available to play, and because of basically he wasn't. Even though he wanted to play in the post, let's not be cavalier about it. He wasn't strong enough to be a post player.
Z-Mac is right. He heard some shots fired at Rick. Although Kendrick loves shots fired at Rick because he's not a Rick Carlisle guy, though.
No. Neither was Luka or KP. In fact, the whole team was. But listen, and let's give, like I said before, let's be honest. He wasn't a good post player. He didn't have good footwork. He wasn't strong enough. If you put stronger players on it, that even they were short underneath him, he had problems getting down because it was awkward for him. That's why Rick Carlisle had him shooting threes. Rick Carlisle's last season with the Mavs. But the fact of the matter, one thing he does, he can extend his 3-point shot. They can play even with him. They can still play 5 out because he's a 3-point shooting shot blocking big. He blocks shots. He's not now. I've been hearing on NBA today and all these other national shows carrying on about his defense. He's a shot blocker. That does not mean he's a good defensive player. See Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert won Defensive Player of the Year because he blocked a lot of shots. But he wasn't a good defensive player. He got exposed. If the Mavs are going to be hunting Kristaps Porzingis, Luka and Kyrie are going to be hunting him because they can pull him out there on the 3-point line. He's not quick enough because of the injuries anymore, and he's not strong enough to keep them out of there.
And he's got a wounded calf. Let's not forget about that.
They're going to go by him, or he's going to be so hesitant not to get blown by. It's going to be church for them to hit step back threes on him. So they're going to be hunting Kristaps Porzingis. So look for Boston to try to hide him on defense. Look for them to try to make sure you play somewhat when he's out there, maybe possibly play a zone. That's what I've been hearing, because they don't want to leave him on the island. But like I said, if Al Horford were there, they'd be easier to play man on man. But he blocks shots and he shoots threes. But let's not people that are talking like he's this great defensive player. He ain't sticking nobody out there. I mean, maybe if Derek Lively, the only reason he's matched up with
Derek Lively. You don't think Derek Lively is somebody who can come out there and guard him on the perimeter, though?
Yeah, Derek Lively. I'm talking about the defense end. It'll be easy for him to guard the centers on this team, Derek Lively, if they just stand there and just beat just the statues. But they're gonna put Kristaps in a lot of action. Expect that. Expect Jason Kidd to put Kristaps in a lot of action. Test out that calf and test out his ability to guard the guards out in space. And if he can do that, the Celtics will win this thing in 5. If he can't, we have a series, and that's why I'm believing it's going to happen.
I mean, but Coach Kidd traded, like you say, he had him for a short period of time. Coach Kidd actually had him looking good again before he got traded. And I don't know if that was for the trade purposes or
the
trade purposes or what.
Yeah, they tried to boost his trade stock because him and Luka wasn't a fit, and they weren't going to win a championship together.
Yeah, he said that out of his own mouth. Because
Kristaps Porzingis finally admitted to the world, I guess admitted to himself, he's not a number 1. Hell, he's not even number 2. He's a number 3. And they had him in there being a number 2, and he wasn't that. He wasn't good enough. He wasn't to be a number 2. You have to be a top 25 player, and he wasn't that anymore. Maybe he was that before the injury in New York, but he wasn't that anymore. I mean, hell, the last regime just traded for. I disagree with the trade because I never trade for injury praise and just paid him paid him basic superstar money, max
before
money
he even touched the floor.
Before he even touched the floor, and he just and it didn't work out with Carlisle. Plus, availability is the only ability. He wasn't available. He still had his injury problems. He still got injury problems now. He's not. He's just his body just wasn't made to play a big amount of games. And so the Mavericks moved on. They shot to Nico. He saw it wasn't gonna work, and he turned Kristaps Porzingis. A guy, if you remember, we had media reports came out and said that when the Mavs put fillers out about Kristaps Porzingis to the rest of the league, they basically said he was untradeable. He was, remember, you got Spencer Dinwiddie and what's the guy's name, Walt?
Bertans?
Dave Bertans. Plus, you had to throw in a pick. You had to throw in a second-round pick to get rid of him. So that's basically what the trade was involved in Washington. But he was able to build himself back up in Washington. Basically, just stat pad because they wasn't winning in Washington. So he's able just to work on his game, and it helped him out to get to Boston. Boston found him. And he, like I said, he's in Boston. He don't have to be the 1 or the 2. He can be 3, or he can possibly be the 4 because you got guys like Holiday and White out there. So there's no pressure on him to be a superstar or be a co-star. He's locked into the role that basically that's what he is, a number 3 to number 4. So that's what I have with Kristaps.
Yeah. We got some more Coach Key. Let's listen to him real quick and hear what he had to say. Let's go back to him real quick.
We're gonna, embrace that and find a way to hopefully win a series.
On your right, Brad. Jason, Brad Townsend, Dallas Morning News. Piggybacking off of Tim's question, this is your 5th finals as a player or coach. What is the biggest difference when you're talking about that hurdle between the winning the finals? What stands out to you as, the biggest part of that hurdle? Is it the aura, the atmosphere, just the increase of a competition? What is it?
It's simple talent. Sometimes you don't have enough talent. As I brought up the Lakers and Nets, we were happy to be there, but we just didn't have enough talent to beat Kobe. And it could be simple. But, nerves sometimes play a part too, just the human side of things. But at the end of the day, as much as we've talked about it, to embrace it, to stay steady, and to enjoy this time, because you're not promised anything to come back the following year. So to do everything, this isn't a vacation. This is a road trip in the sense of a job. We have an opportunity here to find a way to win on the road. So that's how we're approaching it. But, this is the best of the best at the highest level, and it's fun. And that's what the finals are all about, is seeing what team is going to step forward and take advantage of mistakes.
Kendrick, I said this the other day. I said this: the finals to me is about coaching. This is where the coaches make their money in the finals. This is how you find out who how good your coach is when it comes to finals, because the finals is big about rotations and minutes. You play your stars and putting your players in the right position. So chat me up about how important game 1 is and who flinches and who doesn't flinch. How important is it to flinch or not flinch in this game? In game 1.
It's important. Listen, this is the biggest stage these guys ever been on. They've been talking about this week about the experience, the lack of experience there up with the Mavs, and Kyrie's the only guy on the team with finals and actually winning the finals experience. But you got Keith also, he doesn't play, so the rest of the guys don't really have an experience except for Coach Kidd and Keith. Actually, when you talk about experience in this moment, Coach Mazzulla doesn't even have a finals experience. This is his first experience.
Well, he was the core. I think he was the offensive coordinator under.
But I'm talking
when they went.
Yeah, but I'm talking about head coaching experience. It's easy to be the assistant coach, but when you're sitting in the head chair, all the decisions right or wrong, the buck stops with you. So he doesn't have that experience. But this is the first time where Coach Kidd's getting his flowers. People think he's the most he's the most experienced guy. But actually, it's kind of funny. Both of these guys, when they've been to the final, last time they've been to the finals as coaching has been the assistant coach. So, people are giving Coach Kidd his flowers, and he's got the advantage coaching wise. We shall see. Going back to your point about who flinches, and who doesn't, I can't really answer that because it's the biggest stage in basketball. I mean, it's just like you playing the Super Bowl when you playing in the World Series, you playing in the Stanley Cup. No cap on the Stars. They haven't been the Stanley Cup. Anyway, they're allergic to it. But when you're on
that's
that
not
stage,
true. We went to the Stanley Cup in the bubble.
Yeah, that was a bubble when nobody was no fans.
Stop it!
was just
Stop it!
It was
Stop
just
it.
them.
They
And they lost that.
They went.
But it's a difference. So you got it's that game one's gonna be a filling out process for everybody. So it can go. I'll put it this way, Walt. It can go one of three ways. Either the Mavs can play well and still lose. They can get blown out.
What was that, Kendrick? Yeah, come on, chicken. Come on, chicken. I still believe in the Stars. I still believe in next year.
I'm just saying, Brian. I'm not saying, Brian, bridesmaid, never the bride. I'm just saying. I mean, Mike McDonald said, somebody, maybe you cut down my trophy, my statue. Like, good God. I mean, but anyway, it's, like I said, it go one of three ways. Well, it can either, the Mavs can play a good game, still lose. The Mavs can play an excellent game and win, or the Mavs can get blown out. It depends on how the guys accept the moment, and to me, that's not going to be on the guys, but it's going to be on how the leadership. I'm talking about Luka. I'm talking about Kyrie and Coach Kidd. How they handle tonight. Tonight when people going to be thinking about the game, how they whether it's the meal before the game, whether it's how they go to bed, what time and hours to go to bed, what do they do to get their mind off the game? Do they nap? So I can't really tell you that till you see it. Game one to me, or the finals, always a fill out game. You can't just
start the game too.
Yeah, like you say, you can't. If the Mavs lose, that doesn't mean they're going. Whichever team loses game one, it doesn't mean they're going to lose the finals.
No,
like you said. The series always in the finals always starts in game two. So this is basically a fill out game. It'll be great if the Mavs can get game one, knowing that Kristaps, they're trying to put that Kristaps is coming back, and they're trying to fill him in back after being basically gone basically a month and a half from playing basketball. Because last time he played was in the first round of the playoffs, so he hadn't played in 5 or 6 weeks. So, that'll be a fill-out game for them. And if the Mavs can capitalize on them trying to put him back in the flow of the game, there's going to be some missteps with him. You would like to get game one because of that. It puts pressure on to get game two. But if the Mavs don't play good in game one, don't go out. Don't please national media or local media. Don't come out where they're going to lose. They're going to get blown out. Remember, this team got blown out against the Clippers game one. And they got blown out against OKC game one, and they won those.
Nope, I'm not doing that. Well, you know me. You know how I feel about game one when it comes to.
They won that in 6. But like I said, you would love
game 7. We don't do game 7 though.
You would love to get game one, but it's not necessary. To me, it's just a fill out process to see how the guys are. If they handle it well, and they still lose. I'm not overly disappointed in it. If they get blown out, I'm not overly disappointed in game one. Now, if they get blown out in game one and game two, then we got an issue. But game one is basically a fill-out game for me.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean? The series doesn't start till game 2 for me.
Right.
We got Luka doing some talking. You want to hear from him? He did some talking today.
Yeah. Okay, hear from Luka. Apparently, Chandler Parsons is not his
Chris Evans was traded to you guys a few years ago. There were a lot of expectations for the two of you to be successful. Why, in your mind, did it not work out maybe the way everyone hoped?
I don't really know. I don't know why it didn't work out. We were still both young. We tried to make it work, but it just didn't work. So moved on.
Fox Sports. You've talked a lot about what Kyrie has meant to you as a teammate, but did his leadership skills surpass your expectations?
I mean, his leadership is amazing. The way he connects us, I think me and Kai are the leaders of this team. But he's the one that's been in the finals. He's the one that won the finals. So he's the one that is really leading it, and he's keeping us all together and motivated.
Dave, right here.
Luka, Dave McMenamin with ESPN. One of your favorite players growing up, LeBron James, just called Kyrie Irving the most gifted player the NBA has ever seen. Just as someone who obviously you're a basketball player as your occupation, as your passion, as your life goal. What's it like seeing the stuff you could break out in practice, in game situations, and do you guys kind of deepen each other's bags by being around one another?
I mean, some things he's done, especially in practice, it's insane. The things he even try in the game, it's insane that he can. I never seen nobody make those shots, and I never seen nobody try those shots. And obviously we know the handles, but just some shots are crazy, and it's amazing just to experience this live.
Right in front in the middle.
Luka, Jesús Quiñones, Telemundo, te quiere preguntar, has estado en finales anteriores, ¿cómo crees que esta experiencia te ha preparado para estas finales?
¿En qué finales?
Juegos de campeonatos anteriores.
Bueno, estuve en el último, fue en Madrid, así que eso fue un buen recuerdo. Pero bueno, nunca he estado en las finales de NBA, es muy diferente, así que veremos, pero estoy preparado.
Over to the right.
Luka, Eric Mora de Telemundo Dallas, pues cuéntanos qué es lo que...
More games, you forgot
this year or something like that. I know playing for Slovenia means a lot to you. Have you decided if you're going to play in the qualifiers, which would be just a couple weeks after the series, obviously?
Yeah, I think we'll see how my knee is. But if it's a good, I'm gonna go play. Yeah.
Okay, he talked about we'll get back to Luka, but he talked about how the relationship between him and Porzingis didn't work out. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that, Kendrick? That whole Kristaps Porzingis Lucas deal.
Listen, people, it's the finals, and we've been between 9 days, I guess, or 7 days. Before the end of the Western Conference, and there's people gotta find something to talk about. Storylines. We say it's gonna be a lot of storylines, but listen, people are making a big deal like they hate each other. They don't hate each other. They basically cool with each other. You know what I mean? Or they like hanging out and doing all season no. But the problem was, people remember, the problem was the fact that Luka he didn't have a problem with Kristaps. He has a problem with Kristaps not being available, and that's basically what it was.
Let me ask you this way: is Luka going to be looking to cook Kristaps Porzingis in this series? Is he going to be looking to get him?
Yeah, he should, because that's what a mismatch is. That's not because he's trying to get at him. He's going to get at him the same way he got at Rudy Gobert. The same thing with Kyrie. We talked about this early on. He's going to get at him because that's what the mismatch is. Kristaps still has an injured calf. Still, and he's going to test it out and see, can Kristaps lateral move? Can he recover? Get back to his guy? If he can't, that's advantage math, because he's basically their only shot blocker. And if they can play him off the floor like they did spells with Rudy Gobert in the Western Conference Finals, that's advantage math. That's why he's going to be going at him. He's not going to be going at him I'm going to show you. He's past that, because why would he? Everybody in the world knows he's 3 times a better player than Kristaps Porzingis. He was back then. The fact, like I was saying before, they're cool with each other. It was just the fact of the matter, in my opinion, the only problem Luka had with Kristaps is that, hell, he wasn't available to play. I mean, and then they had to basically change the offense around. So when he got back in, it was like, no, I'm not changing I'm not changing the offense around. I'm not. Listen, me and Dwight Powell. Yeah, I said Dwight Powell, Maxi Kleber, Dorian Finney-Smith. We got a chemistry going. We're gonna play this way, and Kristaps gonna have to fit in the way how we play. If he can't, then that is what it is. But I can't sit up there. We can't sit up there and change around what we're doing right now, winning games to fit him back in and see that if he plays great for a week and then get hurt again, then we play back the same style. So like I said, it wasn't a fit basketball wise. That was the only reason why it was an issue in my opinion. It just wasn't a fit basketball wise. And they're better for it. It's Luka's team. Since then, if you remember when they made the trade, that's the game after he played the Clippers. That's when he went off of 50. And Luka had the biggest smile on his face. It was just like, hey, he's gone. I don't have to acquiesce for him. I don't have to acquiesce and slow down my pace of what I want to do to get him involved, and then him get injured again. And then it's just you don't know if he's in and out. And Kristaps can move on and get his career straight to build himself back up. So it was a win-win for both, and it's kind of apropos. Both of them are in the finals competing against each other. And one of those two guys are going to end up with a championship at the end of this.
Yeah, I agree 1,000% with everything they're saying. I got to hit this. I've got to do this real quick before we go back to Luka's interview.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Kendrick, it pains me to deliver this news, or does it? The Dallas Wings, unfortunately, have taken a hot L to the Las Vegas Aces, 95-81.
So
leading
it's just
score tonight is a.
So it's just a
Go
typical Wednesday. It's a typical Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah. Enrique Ndumbuale, 31 points. Pierre, 14 points. Maddie.
How many shots you take? How many shots you take?
She was 9 of 23 from the field.
I'm looking at it.
And three for 9 from the three.
I'm looking at it. Shit. All them shots you took, she just got all you guys 31. That's it. Woo!
That man, you took 23 shots. You only got 9. But, however, though, she was 10 for 10 for free throw.
I'm pretty
on
sure.
The free throw line. She made all free throws tonight.
I'm pretty sure Coach Chandler said, if we just play good defense, we'd have won that game.
Tierra.
It is what it is.
Tierra had a double-double. She had 14 points and 15 rebounds. Maddie had 14 points. Maddie was 5 of 12 and 1 of 4. Even though she's probably the person we should be getting the ball to sometimes, but she didn't see the ball a lot tonight. Monique had 12 points tonight. She won from 3-point and 6 of 13 from the field. She played 33 minutes.
Okay, good for them. But that makes the record 3-5, right? They're 3-5 now, right? The Wings are 3-5, right?
So Kendrick, 3-5.
3-5.
While the Las Vegas Aces are 5-2.
Hey man, they got the best player. They got the best player in the world.
Yeah. So there you have it. The Wings. Well, in a few minutes, we'll get back to the Wings. We'll have the post game highlights, and we will have the post game interviews here in a few minutes. But let's get back to Luka real quick.
You're gonna have a lot of Aces highlights because that's basically what he was.
Yeah, we'll see how the Aces did tonight after this, but let's go back to Luka real quick.
Well, Bueno, ha sido un buen inicio de donde yo empecé, así que ojalá lo pueda repetir.
We'll take final two on the back right and then on the back left.
¿Qué tal, Luka? Katka Sorena de ESPN. Sé que se ha hablado mucho de esa relación entre Kyrie y la que tú...
Hostile environments, you played a lot of basketball.
Whoops.
Hostile environments, you played a lot of basketball games. Is there one game or one place in particular in your whole career, NBA, international, that was the most rowdy environment that you can remember? What was the craziest?
Yeah, it was. I remember it good. It was quarterfinals of EuroLeague against Panathinaikos. In Panathinaikos, the crowd went crazy, and they started winning 20-0. So imagine that.
Thanks, Luka.
Thank you.
Kendrick, I don't know if you noticed, they've been selling Kyrie and Luka Suck shirts out in the streets of Boston already.
Oh, good for them. Good for them. Good for them. You know, they have something. You know. So listen, one thing about Boston, they won't be putting out a PSA about, hey man, don't heckle Luka because he doesn't like that. You know, your team's already in trouble when the fans say, please don't heckle Luka. They ain't gonna be Boston. They're one of the rowdiest, if not the rowdiest, fan base in basketball. But like I said, Luka's not gonna be scared of the moment. I mean, this guy was 13 playing, and if you know those kind of games going over there in Euro basketball, they throw flares across the stadium. They actually throw flares at players on the floor, stuff like that. Fireballs and trash cans. So they get, so Luka's not gonna be scared in the moment. What he had to deal with overseas. Those people get really. If you ever watched a soccer game over in Europe soccer with those guys, how those guys throw fireworks at each other across the stadium. That's kind of how it is in those basketball games. So he's not gonna be scared of the moment. He revels in it, and that's why he goes back at him. So to me, I think for as that standard, for as that goes, I think your two stars are gonna be fine. Kyrie's locked in, like you say, he's grown up. That's not gonna be Brooklyn's Kyrie when he was flipping off the crowd. He's gonna be just locked in to playing good basketball and trying to win a championship. And Luka revels in it. He'll give it back just as much as he gets it. Nobody looks more for a crowd heckling him than Luka. He's been the best. He's been the best. I'm looking at first things first. He's been the best road playoff player in the playoffs this season. His points and everything, I think he's averaging 34, 35. It's most points in any NBA player in the playoffs on the road. So he revels in. He's always been a good road playoff player. I expect nothing less. Like I said, the guys I'm worried about is everybody else. If it'll be on Kyrie and Coach Kidd and Keith to keep the young guys even keeled, because this is the biggest moment they'll ever be in. So, other than Luka, I have no worries about that. Now, if he doesn't play well, I think it'll be just because he just got D'd up by Tatum and Brown. I don't think it'll be because the crowd got under his skin. That won't be. That'll be the last thing I think of.
We got Kyrie. He did some talking today. Let's go to him and hear what he had to say about this matchup.
Yeah, talk about LeBron
Good
James
reaction.
again.
It's appreciated.
No, whatever. Stop it.
There's a lot of gratitude there as well. Obviously, I'm in a different age, different place in my life. So was he, and I think we've both been able to mature and really appreciate what we got a chance to accomplish. I think there were some things that got in the way of our relationship when I was a little bit younger, and now that I'm able to vocalize how I feel as a man and be comfortable in it and stand on my square and my beliefs and where I'm coming from, I feel like our relationship's different because of that now. And definitely miss him playing out there, just making things easier, being able to run up and down the floor and just throw the ball to somebody like that, throw it in the air, just as athletic as they come. But yeah, it's just a mutual respect there for what we brought to the table. And his leadership, my leadership style, I think it meshed very well, and I was learning a lot from him that I'm appreciative for the rest of my life. So, man, when he says comments like that, I just think back to just us having those moments where we're down in a series or up in a series, and we're really demanding greatness from each other. And then off the court, our families just meshing well. So definitely think about those times. But now we're here in the present where we're able to reflect, but also now I'm at this stage and able to use some of the formulas that I was taught from him and some of the great teachers that have come before me. I feel like I've been built for this moment because I've gone through some of the things I've gone through in my past with some of the guys that have transcended the game. So shout out to Bron for all that, man. Knows how to stir up a media storm and get everybody in here talking about us. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the future and getting this series started now.
Dave here in the left front.
Hey, Kyrie, Dave McBennett with ESPN. You mentioned the things you've been through. It's been 7 years since you were last in the NBA Finals, 3 different teams since then. How are you going to apply all the experiences you had since the highs of 3 straight finals to this time? And did you recognize maybe over that period of time just how rare and how fleeting an opportunity like this can be to compete for the championship?
Yeah, I mean, it is a fleeting feeling. Just to be real with you, there's so many peers of mine that have spent the long years in the NBA trying to make it to the NBA Finals, Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, and have gotten very close or have almost struggled or strived every single year to get back. And I had the chance to do it in my 4th year, my 5th year, my 6th year. And when I look back at those memories, I'm never regretful of how I treated it, but a little disappointed just on how I approached just that success. And I wanted to be able to enjoy it and take a breather and really take in the moment. You're in the middle of a 76-year history. I'm in the middle of a 76-year history now, but then we were in years of history. The NBA is very young still as a business. So when you ascend to this level and you've put in a lot of hard work, you've beat some of the best in the world, you're playing with some of the best in the world. I think at that point I just looked at it as, well, I'm going to be here every single year. And now that I'm at this age, I've been through what I've been through and been able to come out on the other side. I look at it as an opportunity that I don't want to take for granted, and I want it to last as long as possible emotionally. How much it took to get here. These young guys are very hungry. They won a championship. I won a championship. So our feelings are very mutual. But I've always reminded them that this is a process, and failure is going to be part of this too. So get it out your mind that this is about to be a clean sweep of everything's about to feel good throughout this journey and all that. So I'm just very real, very honest, and that's what's helped me grow as a leader is just accepting what I can control and what I can't, just letting it way to the wayside, man, letting that go how it's going to go. That's life. And basketball has been a great teacher for me, but life has been an even better one. Using those same principles that I'm learning in life to apply to basketball has allowed me to get to know my teammates better. There's no silent treatment that's coming randomly, throughout the year because I don't know how to emotionalize or vocalize how I'm feeling. So some of the things I struggled with as a young player, I've now been able to accept that this is what comes with being in this position, taking on the pressure, and also teaching my teammates how to get through it, and also allowing yourself to being a student and enjoying the craft, man.
Standing on your back left.
Hey, Kyrie, back here. Nick Hoyt from ABC6 in Providence.
All right, real quick, Kendra, before we go back to Kyrie, how personal is this rivalry, we should say, or how personal is it for him to win over Boston to get another championship? Like you hear that last part where he was like, there's not gonna be any silent treatments or anything coming like that. Like I'm guessing that's what he dealt with when he was in Boston with those young guys over there.
Yeah, it says I answer the first question you just made. It says personal is him trying to be a 2-time champion. It says personal as him basically after he left Cleveland and he left. He was traded, but he forced his way out. Just being an albatross for 6 seasons, whether it was in Boston or Brooklyn. And now he's at this point in his life where he's a father, he's a husband, he's made a full circle. It's kind of funny when we talked about LeBron, him being 25 and LeBron being exactly around the same age he was 33. and him now seeing the mistakes he made was trying to teach him that he didn't listen to. Now he's acting the exact reverse role with him and Luka. Him being 32 and Luka's a 25 up and coming superstar player. But it's just personal for him for his own journey. And I don't think it's personal to say hey, look, I'm getting back at Boston from he's past all that, man. He's past his life ain't about that anymore. It could, whether it's Boston, it could be in Boston, Indiana. Him just being back on this stage is a blessing for him, because there was a lot of people and maybe in some deep dark in his own mind thought, will he ever get back to this stage? He's admitted to that. But you got second chances. This is a redemption story, and he's gonna be full out to try to win a championship, not just for himself, but for his teammates. Talk about his teammates. He's the leader. And we talked about this. Kudos to the Mavs for and Coach Kidd telling everybody that we got two leaders, Luka and Kyrie. No, you got one leader. That's Kyrie. Now Luka's the best player, and there's no problem with that.
Yeah. But as I've been saying all season, Kyrie is the role model.
And it's no problem with that. I said this before. I never thought at any point in Dirk's career he was a leader of a team. I thought he was the best player. When they went to the finals, 06, in 06, you could say Jason Terry and some others. I even say Josh Allen was the leader of those teams. I thought Dirk was the best player on those teams. And
Dirk was definitely the leader on the team in 2011.
No, I'm still saying no to that. He may have been more of a vocal leader, but the leaders on that team was Tyson Chandler and Sean Meredith, in my opinion. Those were your vote. That was your moral. Hey, we got to get this done, leaders. And there's nothing wrong, in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with that.
I won't fight you too much on that.
And also Jason Kidd. He was the only guy on those teams that actually had finals experience. Dirk had finals experience, but I'm talking about my misspoke. Dirk went to the finals once, but Kidd went twice. And if you thought about it, around the NBA circles, even though what we may see Dirk as, maybe and it's going past after the finals after they blew 0-2 lead to Wade, and then basically that 07 was a first round flame out against the Warriors, which really they floundered around after that before again. Maybe people saw Jason Kidd in a different light than they did Dirk. And that's not disrespectful. People respect Dirk, but I'm talking about the guys who play basketball may have saw Jason Kidd as more of a, I'm not saying better player, but more of a accomplished player than Dirk Nowitzki, right. Even though it not in the numbers it wasn't. So that's why I look at him as leadership. I'm not saying that Dirk wasn't. Dirk needed to say something, he'd say it. He was accomplished in that. But like I said, that's okay. That's fine. It's a lot of guys that win championships that doesn't have to be the vocal leader and stuff like that. Joker, I don't think Joker was the leader of the Denver Nuggets. I think he people describe him as a quiet guy. When he needs to say something, he say it. But people describe him as a quiet guy. People will say Murray and guys like Bruce Brown and guys like that were the leaders of the Nuggets. For
Aaron Gordon,
KCP, Aaron Gordon were guys who when it's something that need to be said and everybody's gonna bow up and listen, those guys will say it. Those guys people bow up and listen. It's nothing to mean. It's nothing to mean. I know people gonna say white European players, but that's basically how it is. I don't think a white European player. It's not me being racial. I don't think the league still
for me right now.
No, the league still basically 65% black. I don't think you could come in and just jaw and tell a guy that's from the hood what he needs to do. I don't think it just vibes like that. Doesn't mean that it doesn't mean they're less of a player or less of a man. And it doesn't. But like I said, Luka's the best player on this team, but Kyrie is the leader. They brought him in And kudos to, and that's basically the reason why it didn't work with him and KP. You had two guys that wasn't leaders. They have no leaders on the team. They couldn't lead the team because they couldn't lead themselves. They were great players.
And they despised the head coach at the time.
And it's probably and that comes from leadership, not being able to handle leadership. And so when you brought a guy in, it was a chance because you brought a guy in when Kyrie, who was humbled by his past mistakes, who people would say 50% was on the organizations. I agree, especially in Brooklyn, but also the other 50% was on him. And he learned from the mistakes and they're able to handle himself better. And that's in leaps and bounds. Luka will say he's helped me in leaps and bounds grow as a player and as a competitor. You know, it's when you talked about it Walton off season when Kyrie said, you can't run up down the floor. Still, what was the saying? What was the saying? It's hard to run if you're not in shape.
We can't run up and down the floor if everybody's not in shape.
It's not in shape.
I knew who he was talking to.
Yeah, and you don't have to. It doesn't have to be demeaning. It's just the truthful fact. You got to get in shape if we want to do what we want to do. Because maybe that's the reason why we keep having flame outs in the playoffs. Because when you're in the playoffs, it's just more as mental as it is physical. It is an endurance race. So and you look at Luka now. Look at Luka. They're in the finals, and they got a chance to do something special. So shouts to Kyrie. He is the leader of this basketball team. Luka's the best player. And they're going to rely on both each other to pull this off because they are an underdog, which that's okay because they've been underdogs in every series they done played. They were like a 6.5 point underdog in this game. But, that in my opinion, they got the two best closers in the series. And in my opinion, they got the best player in the series, Luka Doncic. And they got the most accomplished player as far as what it takes to win a championship in Kyrie Irving. So you give them a big time puncher chance in that. But like I said, shout out to Kyrie. They're gonna need his leadership if they're gonna pull this off. And I think they got a real good chance to pull this off. I wouldn't count them out. All you guys are talking about it's gonna be a sweep. If Kyrie said that a while ago. Anybody thinking this is gonna be a sweep either way, you fooling yourself. If Mavs fans, we'll get him out here in 5. No, he's not. It's not gonna be like Minnesota. It's a totally different animal. You dealing with guys who've never been there before. Even guys like Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley, they've never been in that kind of situation before. You got guys in this you playing against have been in big time championship situations. So it's not gonna be a sweep. It's not gonna be 5 games. It's gonna be a 6 or 7 game series. So get ready. Get ready.
Oh man, the Rangers just scored. I think. Yeah.
Good for them.
7-1.
Good for them. They're not gonna get swept in this series. Against the
7-1. Let's go back. Let's go back to Kyrie and hear what he had to say some more.
What has your relationship with God Sham God meant to you, and how has it helped you succeed with this organization?
Man, shout out to God Sham God, man. He's been imperative and just helping me grow and enjoying the game every single day and competing. And I feel like he's just one of my uncles, just from Harlem, New York, that's there to give me a little shit when I need it, but be honest all the time and remind me that this is bigger than basketball. So shout out to God Sham God, man. He's helped me a lot this year and been there every single day to help work me out and also inspire the next generation. He does it in his own way, so I'm just following his footsteps, just like other uncles of mine who have done great things in this world.
Mark, on the right side.
Kyrie, Mark Spears, ESPN Sandscape. 2 things. What is it like playing against some of your former brothers, former teammates now on this stage? And also, you seem like you did a good job of tuning out the crowd last time you played here. Is that something you're thinking about, and is there a key to doing that no matter what they say to you?
Yeah, I mean, I've experienced Boston in twofold. My first few years being in the NBA playing for the Cavs, then coming here to Boston, then being right down the street in Brooklyn, and then now being here in the finals playing against them in the potential 4 to 7 game series. You just got to breathe through it. To all my youngins out there that are dealing with some of the crowd reactions and what they're saying to you, you have to breathe and realize that this is not as hostile as you think it is. Don't overthink it, and been able to work through that and understand that, some of that is anxiety, some of that is nervousness, and it could all be turned into a strength. There's no fear out here, man. It's basketball. The fans are going to say what they're going to say. I appreciate them and their relationship they have to the game, but it's about the players at the end of the day. And then the first part of your question was, or your statement? Oh, playing against my former brothers. Yeah, no, I'm excited. They've gotten tremendously better. They've led their team to this point, so I'm proud of them. And I'm looking forward to the competition because this is what we've all strived for since we were kids, is to be at this level playing against the best of the best. They have a great team over there led by a great coach. So we're going to be in for a great series, a hard, tough series, and they're going to give us their best. And I know that they're not going to slow down when they see me. They're going to come at me even more so. So this is what I've been preparing for since last summer, or, when our season ended last year, of putting in the time to prepare for moments like this.
Thank you, Kyrie. We'll get started in here at 1:30 with the Celtics.
And that was your interviews for the All-Star, man. So, Kendrick, I don't want to give a prediction right now. I actually want to wait till our pregame show tomorrow because that's what everybody's fired up about. Everybody's fired up to hear us on the pregame show tomorrow. So I'm definitely wanting to wait. I'm sorry, I forgot you muted. Hold on. I'm sorry. There you go.
Yeah, hopefully we have some more people with us on the pregame show, get their predictions.
Maybe so. But yeah, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to give a prediction. But there you have it. That's what's been going on at Media Day over in Boston right now.
Yeah, Boston, Boston at a pita.
Kendrick, we gotta talk about something, man. That's near and dear to me, man. I don't know if you see my shirt. I've got me a WNBA shirt on right now because I've become a fan of the WNBA. And I make no bounds about it. My favorite player in the WNBA right now is Caitlin Clark because she shoots all those threes and stuff like that. But I've been getting calls all week, man, and people have been wanting to hear from us and hear what we thought about the situation that's developed with my favorite WNBA player, Caitlin Clark, and the fouling situation. And if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you the cheap shot that was heard around the world by this Chennedy chick from Chennedy. I think it's Kennedy Carter from the Chicago Sky. And Kendrick, we had a situation develop where I'll just show you the video here. Let's take a look at the video here. If we could. Now this is look at that cheap shot right there.
Yeah, before that, I want to say, but before
now, this after she shot a three, she just runs over Caitlin Clark, just hip checks her and knocks her down. And Leah Boston, she just walks over there and just picks her up. Oh yeah, nothing wrong here.
Yeah, you saw your girl over there cheering away. Angel Reese.
Let's show this again right here. She just ran right up to her and just hip checks her.
Before that, she called a bitch. She said, "Yeah, bitch."
Oh, here we go, right here.
Real lips, bitch.
Oh, here we go. Oh, come on. What is that about?
And the clock said, "Man, I ain't never hit that hard before. Man, what's going on here?"
Well, Kendrick, because of this situation, the people want to know from you personally, what do you think about something like this is going on? Do you feel like Caitlin Clark is getting the rough end of the stick? She's not getting she's getting mishandled and mistreated, or I mean, do you feel like the rest of these guys feel like they should just ride the golden goose?
I hate to be a fence sitter, but I'm gonna sit on that fence. Ouch.
Oh no.
That fence hurts. I think it's both. I think listen.
Hold on, before you say that, just take a look at this play again. You just tell me if this, like Caitlin Clark says, this is not a basketball play. If we can see the replay, here we go again. Just watch. What's basketball about this right here, Kendrick?
You think?
Oh, cheap shot.
Oh, you think?
Man, what a cheap shot.
I mean, yeah, called a bitch too.
Oh man. Come on.
But yeah, it's noted that one Kennedy Carter, for some reason she was kicked off the Atlanta. She was drafted in the first round by the Atlanta Dream. and then she interpretably kicked off the team for some unknown matter. So you got that going for her.
I wonder why.
Now she's with the Chicago Sky. Yeah, but I don't mean to be a fence sitter, but I'm kind of going to. That's it's some of it's induction to the NBA. Some of it is cheap. If anybody you don't remember, Candace Parker got this a lot because when she got drafted in WNBA, she was all world. She was supposed to be the female Kobe Bryant. Coming out of Tennessee, well accolade, national championships, played multiple player of the years, and she got kind of the same treatment. If anybody remember, she got cheap shotted, knocked down, pushed in the face. I think one part where she almost got to a fight with somebody when she was knocked down, the girl shoved in the face after she knocked her down, calling her all kinds of what. And so, but I listened to all the talk shows and had their opinions on it. I guess everybody want to hear mine. Yes and no. The fact of, I'm gonna say, like I said, yes, it's all part of the league. The league is physical. Now you just have eyes on it when people see what's happening. People when you tame the next chosen one, the golden goose, people gonna test you. But on the other hand, Walt, I'm gonna quote Stephen A. Smith. Kind of lower the thing down.
Oh God.
Lower the Michi down. Lower it down. She is white.
Okay.
She's white. Okay, everybody got that right? She's white. And she's been titled the next great, what do you want to say, white hope or hope of the NBA. And she happens to be white. She's got a $28 million Nike contract. No other WNBA star, past, present, hopefully future, have never come close to that kind of deal. So she's already a multi-millionaire even before she stepped on the court. And yeah, you may have some women maybe a little perturbed at that she's getting all these pub, and to them they feel like they're better basketball players than her. And some of them may be right now. They say, she doesn't shoot the basketball. What's the big deal in that? I think there's some comments about that. With that, she's been hitting the head, not just this shot. She's been hitting the head. I will say that her teammates could do a better job in defending her. I do agree with that. If you're gonna win as a team, or if you're gonna have any kind of camaraderie and build something in the team, Aaliyah Boston, you need to get up in that girl's face. That's your teammate, regardless of what's going on. You can't have your teammate just getting cheap shot and y'all not doing nothing. Because that's how you develop camaraderie, how you get yourself to win a championship. What I've been seeing there with them not walking over there or just barely saying anything to other teammates. That's how losing organizations stay losing organizations. So that's my opinion on that. But yeah, she's white, and she's been the face of women's basketball, whether she's been in Iowa or not. But I will say this, for the rest of the women who have a problem with that, including Angel Reese, deal with it. You're just going to have to deal with it. I mean, people in hell want ice water. Don't mean they're going to get it. She's the face of the league. That's just the way it is. I'm pretty sure, I'm putting it this way, Walt. It was a lot of players that wasn't really big fans of Michael Jordan. Ooh, shocker. I can tell you now that it was a lot of players that were in the league. Moses Malone, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson. When Michael Jordan came in, all of a sudden he came in, and he all of a sudden as a rookie, he got all the commercials. He was the face. He got all the main TV spots. He was on his games was on TV live, because before Michael Jordan was there, I wanted to have news conference for all you guys. Even with the power of Magic Johnson and Larry Bird's Converse commercials, the NBA Finals was on tape delay. They just started going live till Michael Jordan came on the scene, was doing it. And there was a lot of animosity for him. But there has to be a face. There has to be a catalyst. if you want the game to grow. It's not about Angel Reese. I understand it's about us. Right now, it's not about us because at one point, 5 years ago, people thought the WNBA wasn't going to be in existence. And that's with Sue Bird and all of them. That's with Tarasi, all those guys doing their thing. And what she's got,
I've just always felt like the people of European descent finally have somebody they can latch themselves on to in Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, you got to do. And I'm going to quote Stephen A. Smith again. You got to do whatever you got to do to put eyeballs on your product, asses and seats. So right now, it's about getting money. You're trying to build a brand. You're trying to build a WNBA brand. And the fact of the matter is, it's something, whether you like it or not, it's been 22 years in existence, and it's still you got players still not even getting close to $1 million contracts in that league. I mean, not even making $1 million.
And they weren't even getting charter flights until this year.
They weren't even getting charter flights. Good God, you got players like Candace Parker and Sue Bird. I mean, these are well-recognized players having to go overseas and play and make. That's what happened to Brittany Griner. The reason why Brittany Griner got caught in Russia because she makes more money.
I think they've all decided that nobody's going overseas anymore to play ball.
Yeah, because they make more money over there than they did in the U.S. That's why they're playing over there. They more recognized and appreciated. But if this girl, whether she's the great white hope or not, if she's going to put more eyeballs in your product, I'm all for it. Oh man, if she doesn't turn out to be a great player, then use her for her name status.
No, she's going to be a good player.
Well, I'm just saying, if she doesn't turn out, I'll just say, if she doesn't turn out to be the player that everybody presumes she's going to be, like this all-world player, then at least use her celebrity to grow the game. You still got players like Juju Smith and what's the girl coming out out of UConn, Paige Beckers. You still got them coming down the pipe. So I think it's good for the game. I'm gonna quote like Charles Barkley. People may not like it. You ladies need to get over yourselves and grow up. She's sitting up here talking about what we wasn't getting you paid. We wasn't getting you paid. If I'm just saying, listen, the WNBA draft had the highest viewership in their lifetime at any of their drafts. The Final Four in the semifinals in college basketball had more eyeballs on their product than the men's did for the first time. Okay, her first game was what had more viewership than any game in the last decade in WNBA history, including playoffs. She sold out the Staples Center when they played the Sparks. When have you seen a WNBA game being in the Staples Center being sold out? Even with Lisa Leslie and Candace Parker, it was sold out to the brim. She done that. All I'm saying is this: whether you may feel about her, the ladies, you don't feel about her, you don't like her because you think she hasn't earned her stripes yet, and that may be true. But I'm gonna quote something. It ain't about that. It's about getting paid. And if that young lady can boost y'all in a way to where y'all can get $1 million contracts and $1 million shoe deals, then you ain't got to like her. Use her for what's your celebrity, so you can make your own $1 million because the bottom line is your asses wasn't making it before she came around. Now you got an opportunity to. That's all I got to say.
Such sexist remarks by you. What a sexist.
No, that's the truth. That's the truth. It wasn't. I can listen. But it's the truth.
Next, you're going to want to shut up and dribble is what you're going to want next, right?
No. I want to shut up and dribble.
Listen, Kendrick, let me tell you something, Kendrick.
I want him to get paid.
Let me tell you something, Kendrick.
Don't block your money.
Let me tell you something, Kendrick. I'm not worried about this cheap foul stuff. I don't care about this foul stuff. I don't care about any of that. You know what I care about, Kendrick? How do we get back to the threes? Look at these threes, Kendrick. Look at this. How do we get back to the logo, Caitlin Clark? This is what I want to know. I don't care about any of these cheap shots. Keep cheap shotting. Doesn't matter.
Well,
how do I get my girl Caitlin Clark back at the logo, shooting threes?
I got news for you, and this is why I said.
What? Look at this. Look at this, Kendrick. We are shooting from the logo.
Whoa. I'm gonna say something. And hopefully this is the reason why I say it, whether she turns out to be the player that everybody thinks she's gonna be or not. Use her celebrity. The fact of the matter is these are better players in the WNBA than they are in college. Yes, they are.
You know, and I'm gonna
yes, they are.
educate you on what the problem is, Kendrick. The problem is that the coaching is not getting my girl open.
My guy, who's Stephen A. Smith now? Sitting up there.
Whatever. Look at these threes.
Blame the coach.
Look at this. Look at these threes. Look at these threes. I mean, they are from the logo. My girl is not getting logo threes. She's not getting. Look at these threes. Look at that.
She ain't getting logo threes because they up in her, man. They know she can shoot, so they're not gonna let her get a shot off.
Whatever this chick's name is, whatever the coach's name is, she's not running plays to get my girl open. They're not setting picks. They're not doing anything. Excuse me, sir. You can just give me the floor for a minute.
Somebody,
if you can just give me the floor.
You said whoever this chick is coaching. Wow. Whoever this chick is coaching. You calling me sexist?
You're right. I didn't say that. I'm just going out right now. But if you
please
allow me the floor. You can just allow me the floor real quick. I need to get something off my chest here. Listen here, people. We need to find a way to get my girl. We need to find a way to get my girl back to basketball. Look at these plays right here. I'm not seeing any of this in the WNBA. You see this? Lisa Bluter would find ways to get my girl open, and this coach that is coaching for the Fever is not doing it. Find a way to get my girl to basketball. Find a way to get my girl open so we can get these threes flowing again. How is that Kate Martin is having a good you know why Kate Martin is balling with the Las Vegas Aces? Because the coach is putting her in a good position to win. We saw that tonight as the Aces just beat the Wings. But my girl Caitlin Clark is not getting the ball the way she should be getting the ball. Look, they're trying to turn her into a point guard. She's not a point guard. Set picks, get my girl open, disguise her. If you can't do that, bring Lisa Bluter in. Let's get this thing going. Bring Lisa Bluter in and save my girl Caitlin Clark. Save Caitlin Clark by bringing Lisa Bluter in. That's what we need to do.
She's got to play point guard because they don't have a good ball handle on the team. They're not a good team.
Caitlin Clark should not be bringing the ball down for. I'm sorry. She's never bringing the ball down for.
She's the best ball handler they got. Well, they're not a good basketball team.
She's not even a good ball handler.
She's got to be now because they don't have anybody else.
Listen, Kendrick, what did you just talk about? What did you just talk about with that she's the cat? Listen. Let me ask you a question. When you pay to see Caitlin Clark, are you paying to go see Caitlin Clark make good passes? No, you paying to see Caitlin Clark light the scoreboard up with these threes.
As of right now, she's got to be a point guard. They have to address that. They have to address that next.
You know when you turn her. You know
what? You know what? It's like a child right now. No, it's like a child right now.
You know when you work on that with Caitlin Clark next year, not this year. This year, you need to come out here and shoot these threes, light it up.
She can't shoot threes.
Put people's butt in the stadium, in the arenas. That's all you do right now.
They up in there, not in the way she like. They up in there. They're not gonna allow her to shoot threes.
No,
she got to play point guard. She's got to play point guard. She's got to run that offense because they don't have nobody good enough to run the offense.
No.
That's the you do know this team picked top had the first round had the number one pick in the draft 2 years in a row. Not a good basketball team. They're not a good basketball team.
Well, I mean, clearly looking at the coaching, you're right. I mean, my God, they do nothing to get her open.
Well, just give it time. They'll draft.
No, we ain't got time.
Listen,
we don't have time.
We got time.
No, we don't.
Trust me, they got all the time. They ain't doing that this season. Trust me.
Well, I tell you what. If this coach does not figure it out, Lisa Bluter is on her way to be the head coach of the Indiana Fever.
Whatever. It won't matter until they draft the girl out of UConn next season to play point guard.
They're not gonna get hurt. They're not getting hurt.
No,
listen.
Hold on. They got the second worst record in the WNBA.
She'll be a Washington Mystic.
Hold on. There's no counting. Washington Mystic could go on a little run. They ain't going about 4 or 5 games.
The Mystic are terrible. Even the Wings could beat the Mystics. They can beat them.
They ain't say too much about the wings. They the wings can be
mystics.
That's not giving you hope about the Wings playoff chances. Where they going, they may have something to say about that number 1 pick. Where they going right now?
Bring the three. Look at this right here. Bring the threes back. Bring them back.
Listen,
we're not seeing the threes.
You got better players guarding them, Walt. Better players up in them.
Yeah, they are better. I won't dispute that, but come on, Kendrick, this is ridiculous. They're not doing anything. They don't do anything to get her open.
She's not strong. She's not a strong basketball. She got to get in the lab, get stronger, so she can.
Look at this.
So she can create space for herself. She's got to get in the weight room, get a little stronger. You know, add a little more to her game, become a better ball handler, so she can create her own shots. Not by creating shots for her.
No, you run her.
Hold on. How long did it take Steph Curry to become the player he had? He just didn't come out of college and just took over the league. It took him about 2 to 3 years.
Oh, yeah, but Steph Curry was shooting just like she was in college.
Yeah, but it took him about 3 or 4 years to turn to the player he needed to be.
Listen,
it takes time,
Kendrick,
Walt. You're not taking off, Walt. It takes time. I know you fantasizing about what happened in college, but that was college.
Kendrick, I need you to understand something. You see this right here? You see how they getting the ball? They're giving her the ball back in right spaces.
Guess what, Walt? Guess what, Walt? Nobody gives a damn. Nobody, and all them professional players don't give a damn about what she was doing in college. They're gonna stop that. Right. They're gonna cut that off.
Care. That's why they cheap shotting her, because they know if she get that ball in the right spot, she gonna light their ass up.
That's why. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That is exactly it.
Okay.
That's exactly it.
You know what? Ridiculous. You know what? Maybe you need to coach the
I do need to coach them, because listen, I have DC looking like the best thing since sliced bread.
I mean, you can take a trip up to Indiana right now. You up there?
Yeah, give me the clipboard. You
know what? You and David Duke just hanging out right there.
Yeah. Well, now I don't know about hanging out with him, but listen, I would have Caitlin Clark looking like the best thing since sliced bread if I was coaching that team. It's not hard. It's simple.
It's not hard.
Aaliyah Boston, set a pick. You not understand what Lisa Bluter would do for Caitlin Clark. Lisa Bluter would disguise Caitlin Clark. She would find ways to get her the ball so that she can take threes. They're not doing any of that in Indiana.
I think Aaliyah Boston is a better player than just setting picks for She's a better player.
Is she? Because she's been playing like trash. She's been playing like dumpster juice since I seen her. I don't know what her problem is.
Aaliyah Boston.
Shots fired. Aaliyah Boston, you need to step up. This is ridiculous.
I mean, you firing shots at the black girl, but then giving all the white girls the slack and everything. Wow. Am
I a sexist or a racist? Which one?
Hey, you can do both. You can chew gum and walk at the same time.
What does Sham say? What does Sham say? Two things can be right at the same time.
Yeah, man. Two things can be right at the same time. I
don't care. My personal opinion, Kendrick, I don't care about these cheap shots.
Yeah, you want to know the head coach of the you call that chick the head coach of the Indiana famous Christy Sides. That's her name, Walt.
Christy Sides. I'm sorry, Miss Sides. I shouldn't.
She's not that chick.
Yeah, wow. I shouldn't say. It's Miss Sides. Miss Sides. Yeah, I apologize.
That chick. Wow.
But Miss Christy Sides, we've got to figure out a way to get my girl the ball open. We got to run some plays to get it open. She can't just go out there and do this on her own.
She's got to do it on because it's not a good basketball team, man. It's not a good basketball team.
We need to set some. We got to set picks. We've got to set picks. We've got to disguise her. We've got to do all that.
That's what the offense is going to be doing. Just setting picks just setting picks.
Yes.
For Kayla Clark so she can shoot threes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And when the other team when the other team start blitzing them picks and get it off of them screen off.
You know what will also help too is if Aaliyah Boston started playing some damn basketball. She played basketball. It's going to get a lot easier. Alyssa Thomas, where you at? Where you at, Alyssa Thomas?
Shots fired at Dawes Daily. Head coach of South Carolina. Shots fired.
Yeah, you know what? No, serious, 100%. What the hell did she work on this offseason? Because she was all over there, all at the at the Final Four crying and stuff. She need to be in somebody's gym. Her footwork is terrible.
Wow.
My gosh, she travels every time she gets the ball.
Wow. I didn't know you were a Leah Boston hater. I mean,
I'm not. I'm telling you what I'm watching.
You sound like you are. Well, I mean,
I'm just telling you what my eyeballs see. Like,
man, I'm
not
just saying. I mean,
she's not good in the paint. She's not good in the paint.
I mean, I'm just saying she's something that Caitlin Clark was. She actually was a champion. She didn't win a championship. She was a 2-time player of the year in college basketball. She did do that too.
Well, she should have bought that over to the WNBA because she ain't bought none of that over to the WNBA.
I mean, man,
what's that Forrest Gump said? What's that Forrest Gump said?
Wow, you are comparing her to Forrest Gump. Wow.
No, I'm talking about Forrest Gump said it must have been a bullet that jumped up and bit you. He said, yeah, the government said it was $1 million wound, but the government must have kept that money because I ain't seen the cent of it yet. Well, that's what I'm saying. We ain't seen the cent of it yet since she gave the WNBA. My God.
Wow, man. I know you black girl hating just like this, man. You taking it's only her second year, Walt. It's a second. Give it time, man. Give it time.
Kendrick, she has been bad, man. She's been bad.
She's been bad because she's not on a good basketball. They're bad basketball team.
No.
Walt, you asking a player that's been on a second year and a player has only been in the pros what 2-3 weeks to take over the league. That doesn't happen.
It's not about that, Kendrick. Did you just hear what you said? Did you just hear of her accolades of what she was in college? She's come to the WNBA.
But it's not college.
She's not as dominant as she was. She's not
college.
I know, but she's not as good as she was. She's not even close to as good as she was in college right now.
Whoa! It's a process. Whoa! Nobody. Listen.
She was rookie of the year last year.
Well, I mean,
and now she's playing like scrub of the year this year.
Other players have adjusted to her game. Now she's got to figure out while playing basketball. And then if I would agree with you, listen. It's just like a baseball with a pitcher. You go through the lineup and you're striking guys out. Okay, when you go through the second time, they hitting your pitch, your fastball. Well, now you got to go to the breaking ball or the curve. Listen, this is her second year. She's having a climb. Let her work it out through in this season, and then come next season, and she's still having the same issue. Yes, I will agree with you. I would say, you know what? Maybe she's a bust. But it's on her second year. The league has adjusted to what she wanted to do last season, and now she's got to adjust to what they're adjusting to. It's about adjustments, Walt.
That is the worst excuse I ever heard in my life. Kendrick.
It's pretty good.
Kendrick. She has Caitlin Clark on her team. It's supposed to get easier, not worse for her. It's supposed to get easier.
And so nobody cares.
It's not. It's gotten worse for her. Her game is supposed to be easy. All she's supposed to do is set picks. She's supposed to set picks and pop and shoot and go to the basket. This is supposed to be easier for her.
No wonder all them black guys want to have sex with Kardashian. Boy, good Lord.
Get out of there. Can you please get out of there?
They're going to ruin their careers with them Kardashians. I see why. God no. Anyway.
What was her name again? Christy
Sides.
Christy Sides, Miss Sides, Christy Sides, Coach Sides, get Caitlin the ball. Get her the ball. Get her open. Get her open.
That chick.
Get her open, Miss Sides. Get her open. Well, we'll go from one WNBA team to another. Oh, God. Well, before we go there, apparently a situation has developed. Angel Reese posted about 3 hours ago. She says, finding out our team's hotel to pull up with a camera as we get off the bus and put it in my teammate's face and harass her is nasty work. This is really out of control. It needs to stop. So I'm guessing they pulled up and they had a situation where they were going to the hotel and I'm guessing they were harassing Miss and Camilla says we need security for our girls ASAP.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, man. Whoever that is, arrest that person. I mean, good grief, man. You need that. This is a professional basketball. Nobody needs to be up on them unless it's some kind of professional interview. Just running up on them before they get in a going to a hotel room. Oh, that's not cool. whoever that is,
Yeah.
man. You please do you.
Well, you know how those
get a life, bro.
paparazzi people are. Those people.
Yes,
are.
paparazzi, but get a life, bro.
And you know what? And you know what, man? If you put your hands on them and they sue you, like that's still that they can sue you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean, come
but
on.
Kennedy. Listen, I'm not condoning this all, but that's the thing. You had to know that was going to be coming. With what happened and who she did that to.
Listen, I'm for Kennedy and Miss Reese. Listen, I heard she said something. I don't know what something. I'm okay being the villain, or some comment like that. No, you're not. Just ask Draymond Green. Sometimes it's not okay to be the villain all the time. Sometimes you misinterpret. The words get misinterpreted, right or wrong. You get a identity put on you that maybe right or wrong. But so no, it's not okay. You don't want to be the villain in the story. It's not okay to be the villain. Nobody quoting just to be specific. The angry black woman. Black women has been trying to get out of that stereotype for 30 or 40 years. The angry black woman. Let's not get back to that being the angry black woman right there.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember, I showed you a clip where I asked Angel Reese about the attention that you're getting, and how does it feel? And she was saying that they're not coming to just watch me; they're coming to watch everybody. But I'm like, well, no. Lotto specifically said that she came to watch you.
Yeah.
So but to Angel Reese's credit, though, she is right. They are coming to watch. They are coming to watch Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, because I told you I was at the Chicago Sky Wings game, and I'm telling you, man, it felt like a Chicago Sky home game in there. Anytime Angel Reese did anything, it was so many LSU jerseys and Chicago Sky jerseys. Angel Reese.
Listen, I appreciate Angel Reese, doing the good teammate role, but they're here to see you. You're more famous than half of those WNBA players coming out of college. You just thought it's just the way it is. You're one of the most recognizable faces in women's basketball. And that's just the way it is. And that's a good thing, because like I said before, this league needs eyeballs on screens, eyeballs on your product. And whether it's you, Caitlin Clark, next up, Beckers, Juju Smith out of that. I like to see Aja Wilson getting her shine with her commercials now. Casey Plum, whoever. You need faces to stand out for your product. You're not trying to throw shade on the other players, but you need to grow the product. And the only way you can grow the product, you have to have faces to shine the product, that put people who ain't used to watching the product, who normally wouldn't watch it. Hey, I'll turn it on and watch this. Hey, these girls are playing. Who's that girl? I'm out on her. That's how you grow the product.
No, this rookie class is there. I would equate this rookie class to the 03 NBA class with LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, and Dwayne Wade. Like, I would equate that. That's how big this class is.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tobias didn't act that way when he walked out.
Well, that's because the wings screwed up and didn't take what's the name? They didn't take Angel Reese like they should have, instead of J.C. Sheldon, who can't even stay on the floor. But that's a different story for a different day. But no, Angel Reese is right.
Shout to J.C. Sheldon, man.
They're not just coming to see Caitlin Clark. They are coming to see Angel Reese too, and they come to see Cameron Brink. And Rakita, I think it's Rakita Jones.
Yeah,
they
Cardone.
Only person that's not coming to see somebody. They're not coming to see Dallas is not coming to see Jason Sheldon at number 5, who the Wings took. That
was a Tarrant County decision.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there. But they come to see Camila Cardoso, all of them. They come to see this class. But I digress. As we do have to show the team over in Arlington right now as
They ain't coming to see Coach. They ain't coming to see Coach Tremel. Somebody should lose their job.
Huh.
Good grief.
Okay.
You know, if we'd have played defense, we'd have won this game. You know, if we'd have played offense, we shot the ball back, we'd have won this game. No duh.
Yeah, you know what? I don't like these highlights. Hold on. Let me get another set of highlights. I don't like those. Those are ugly.
Yeah. Are you talking about the video? You're not talking about the actual highlights. They don't get any better. They don't get any better.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Kennedy's got a point there. He's got a point there.
So, I mean, they don't get any better. Black or white, toe peg, you know, stretched out, original format, HD.
Yeah.
1080 peg. They don't get any better.
I don't like those highlights. Let's get another group of highlights here.
I don't like them highlights though.
I mean, but just think about the exposure to WNBA. Look at it. We covering the WNBA. We're covering the WNBA ourselves. Shams was at the game tonight. I feel sorry for her. She had to go over there and watch that tonight. She could have been probably drawing up some players for a team.
Oh, she got to see.
Got up there and watch that.
She got to see Enrique shoot the ball 85 times.
Actually, it was 20. She got to see Enrique. She got to see Enrique go 9 for 23 tonight, and 3 from 9. And 3 from 9.
Let me tell you something. It's gonna be one game. You actually gonna see some WNBA players on hand actually fall off. It's gonna be Enrique. It's gonna fall right off on the floor. It's the lane there, flopping around. Running out the door. Running out the door. Running out the running on his two front fingers and his thumb. Running out the door.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is better.
I doubt it. She's shooting like Tim Hardaway Jr.
Oh, turnover right there.
I got a jump shot. I don't, man. They building extra wing at UT Allison up there, man. Wings.
No, they're moving downtown Arlington. Oh, here we go. Here's Tier. Oh, here we go. Monique. All right, Monique. There you go.
I don't know if to see in this game. I don't know if to see the Dallas. They want to agree to that.
No, stop it. Yes, they did. They made the right decision. They made the right decision.
You put them
Kelsey
in Fort
Plum.
Worth.
Kelsey Plum, she getting it going. She goes so fast.
You put them in Fort Worth if you want to. Go ahead.
Man, these wings. I mean, these Las Vegas thought they had a night off tonight. Little Maddie. They left her on the island tonight to guard Asia Wilson. My God.
Hey, well,
come on. Oh, get big. Get big.
What they play? They go to Texarkana right now.
Oh, Kelsey Plum, there she is.
Oh my God!
There's your draft pick, Jason Sheldon.
Yeah, she must thought about Darren Waller right there. Oh, there she is.
She's not thinking about him at all.
he is to make a song. This dude retired.
Boy,
make a song.
Boy, that thing must be good, boy. That girl. Got that boy making love song, singing love song.
Boy, you see IG, on IG. Good God. Oh,
Asia Wilson, don't do him like that. My God.
The best player in the league.
Yeah. Kind of
Great.
Good grief.
I mean, you're too little. You know you're the biggest player on the court. Ain't that right, Walt?
Yeah.
Oh man, she shot 3.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, Tierra. Didn't see a lot of Kalani tonight either.
It didn't matter. Look at her. Look at that skill. Look at that skill. Don't jab step him. Don't jab step him like that. Lord.
Don't do him like that. Wide open 3. Good God.
Yeah. Great defense right there. They even come out.
Come on, Maddie. Look out, Maddie. There you go, Maddie. Put the ball up.
Yeah, she got Mexican.
Love me some Maddie. They got to get Maddie the ball. Get Maddie the ball.
She got Maxi Kleber vibe to me.
Nah, leave Maddie alone. Maddie's a bucket. If they just get her the ball.
Got Maxi Kleber vibe.
No, Maxi Kleber couldn't put up 14 like Maddie does.
Wow, shots fired at Maxi. You know you're gonna need him in the finals tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, good bucket. Look at that defense.
Is that Maddie?
Oh,
come on, Maddie. Tell him get big, Maddie. Get big. Love me some Maddie. Maddie go hard for the team.
You know that's what he called empty calories right there.
The problem is the Wings got these two small ass guards, and they can't guard nobody.
Well, you know, if the Wings do what I suggest,
my God,
they'll have a superstar guard next season. Just lose on out. Just lose out.
The Wings did get the game back. Enrique went on a little run and got the game back.
The Aces got bored. They got bored, you know. And,
Is that what happened? Is that what happened? The Aces got bored.
Well, what was the final score? Look at the final score. You're gonna know they got bored. Then it woke up.
That was going into halftime. They had bought this game back.
They got bored, and they woke up and said, "You know what? We're playing against these."
Maddie's just always out there just giving it her all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is when they went on a run.
Yeah, man. She Dwight Powell it. She's just giving it all.
Oh, come on, man. You can't leave Kelsey Plum wide open. What are we doing?
It's great defense right there.
Oh, give it back. Brick.
Hey, they're building houses over there. Best player in the league. Best player in the league.
Okay, Tierra. Oh, going to the foul line, though.
They couldn't make that.
Come on, Tierra. Nice free throw shooting.
She's been a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, for a minute.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, look at Kelsey Plum. My God. Oh, Enrique. Oh, okay, Enrique. Oh, never mind. Yeah.
She was. What was her stat line? 9.
Come on, Maddie. Oh, damn. Come on, Maddie. You got to knock that down, Maddie. You wide open.
What was her stat line? 9 of what?
23. Part of it right there. That was part of that right there.
Jack him up.
Oh, my God. My God. I mean, look at the skill on Ace Wilson.
Yeah, man, that's the best player in the league. That is the best player in the league. I low-key think she can dunk. She went up and blocked the shot.
Oh, man, she stayed blocking shots.
Yeah, but she blocked the shot in the second half, and I swear
no, Kate Money got that shot blocked.
And I swear her hand was right at the rim. I said she could low-key dunk if she wanted to.
She probably could. Oh, look at Enrique. Give me the ball. Oh, she knocked that one down.
That was number 6.
Here we go. She loses the ball, knocks it down. I think Enrique went on an 8-0 run right here on her own.
Yeah.
Coach Tammy had to call a timeout. Get these girls
put
back.
Put your damn hand down. Going 9 for 23. Up there putting down the dirt hand. Man, you don't put your hand down.
She was 3 for 9 for 3. I don't know what happened here. This is a brain fart moment.
Somebody,
the hell was that?
You know what? This was on the coach because he was talking to the player, and the player didn't know. Thought the point
I think she thought Kelsey Plum was gonna run.
Do it, and I said Kelsey Plum was on the other side of the court. Like what?
Even with that free give up play, it still didn't help him.
Man, you leave the person that open.
Las Vegas Aces say, "Damn, we can give y'all the ball. It don't matter." Come on, Matt, get big, Matty. Get big, Matty. Oh, okay, Monique.
A good pass.
That was a really good pass. Shocking.
Yeah, Monique low key been the best.
Okay, Matty. Don't hurt him, Matty.
Yeah, see, that was all for her highlights. My God, you can't do nothing with that. If that girl hitting threes, and she's not a 3-point shooter, that's it for the league. I mean, good Lord.
Come on. You can't put you got Jason Sheldon on little Jason Sheldon on Casey Plum. What do you think?
Come on, man. Come on, man. She drafted the first round. She got to get out there and learn. You got to get out there and learn.
Come on, man. You can't put her on Kelsey Plum. That's barbecue chicken.
You got to get out there and learn. She's in the first round.
Enrique. Oh, that's a foul? They gave her a foul on that one? Okay.
Oh, they did?
Oh. Good God, Monique. Good God, Monique.
Bully ball.
Yeah.
Bully ball.
Here comes Maddie. Oh, damn, Maddie. Come on, Maddie.
dog.
Asia Wilson by herself.
It should have been a foul.
Should have been.
I think this is what when what's got a technical at.
Yeah. No, Rick. Well, that girl was one of that little other point guard they drafted from overseas. She was one of 8 tonight.
It's Rob Briskin put up in this highlights.
See, they drafted these point guards with the intent of we want somebody to bring the ball down court and get Enrique the ball. Like that's dumb thinking. Look at Maddie. Look at Maddie. Get my girl Maddie the ball. Quit playing. Quit playing with my girl Maddie. Stop.
Maybe that's the reason why side 2 sitting out this season.
You think she's gonna sit out the whole season?
Yeah, I think she's gonna sit out the whole season.
Okay, Monique be balling. Momo be balling. Come on, Maddie. Come on, Maddie. Oh, it rimmed out.
Oh, so close. So close.
Come on. Sorry, Maddie. You dropped 14 though.
Yeah, the first half.
Oosh. Oh, it came out. My God.
Yeah, they got the ball. Here's Enrique back again.
Back to Enrique.
Woo! Enrique. You finally hit a shot.
Yeah. Ooh, right back on you, Enrique.
It's got so many good players, man.
Man, oh my God, another one. Oh, Jesus
got
Christ.
so many. They just go to the well and they just got good players, man.
Yeah.
Even their backups, could be starters on our team.
Knock down 3.
You know what?
What?
If I was the Dallas Wings, I would just go ahead and go for them. I'll use all my assets and just say, you know what, we're gonna try to trade for Kelsey Plum.
What assets?
It just drafted one this bad draft.
Stop it. That girl don't even. You wanna know how much? You wanna know how many minutes she played tonight? She played 9 minutes.
Tell us how you really feel about it.
She played 9 minutes and got 0 points.
Tell us how you really feel about it, Walt. No, real talk.
She played 9 minutes.
Just real talk. If somehow the Dallas Wings were able to lose out and get the number 1 pick, would you trade it to get Kelsey Plum, or you keep you go out the Peppers? I'm just saying. Because I always said
no. If I can get the number 1 pick and I can get Paige Beckers, I'm definitely taking Paige Beckers.
Because I always said the Wings they're 1 point guard away from being actually decent. They don't have a point guard.
No, they're not.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about an elite guard, elite point guard who can shoot, run the offense.
Oh,
man.
Oh God, they just keep raining these threes down. Here she goes again. Here she goes right here. Oh my God, that is your number 5 pick right there.
Volleyball? Play volleyball or something? Handball or something?
Number 5 pick. That's your number 5 pick.
I wonder why Tobias ran out of that bar.
Yeah, you understand why Tobias walked out?
Now you get it. So I had it. Tobias about to leave the bar and head home.
Which is shocking for a guy who lives at the bar.
Oh, Tobias never goes home before 11 o'clock. He's about to leave at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, he almost the sun was still up when he was about to walk out of there.
I know it.
Asia Wilson, my God, this girl here. Woo. Oh, empty calories at this point.
Yeah, that's ain't nothing. Ain't nothing to see her. Get the women and children
out.
Tiara.
Okay, Tiara.
Yeah, that's cute, Tiara.
Oh, wide open, Asia Wilson. What are we doing, ladies?
She'll show you how to do it.
Oh, come on, man. They just handing the ball. Come on.
Whatever you can do, I can do 3 times better.
Kelsey Plum got the ball. She coming.
Dude, I would trade the farm and get Kelsey Plum here. Now you want somebody go to you want somebody actually may go to game and see one player. I bought that jersey and everything. So get that.
Come on, man.
Oh!
Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't let that happen. Come on, man. She just ran out of the corner and just put the ball up, man. What are we doing? Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
This was over right here. They wasn't trying to play.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you see some bad basketball get played right now.
I wonder how much money Shan spent on those tickets watching this game.
Whatever it was, it wasn't enough.
She wasn't. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. And Sham was so in tune in the game. She told us about the Corey Seager injury. I was trying to figure out how she had the Wings game. How did she know that?
You talking about another sport?
Yep. Oh my God.
Woo! Oh!
Come on, man. Not on Maddie. Not Maddie. Come on, man.
Watch your ankle. Watch your ankle.
Give my girl Maddie some help. Get her some help.
That white girl acted like she was at a black wedding after electric slide and stuff, man.
My God. Get Maddie some help. Okay, Maddie. Okay, Maddie with the one-legged fadeaway with the dirt. Maddie say, I got it. I got you back.
Man, don't do that. Don't embarrass Dirk like that.
Oh man, there's how
yeah,
that
man,
game.
we know we'd have played defense, we'd have won this game.
Yeah. And there's how that game ended.
I want some orange slices.
Oh man. Okay, so they have not. I'm guessing things didn't go well over there tonight. They don't have the post game interviews yet.
Agree. Yeah, man.
See, can I find them?
Yeah, man. If we'd have shot the ball better, we'd have won this game. I'm for real. We would have won this game. Yeah, man. If we would have wore white jerseys instead of our black ones, we'd have won this game. Honest to God. Yeah, that would have happened. I want some juice boxes, guys. Some juice boxes. Coach Tramiel. Yeah. Talking about Christy Sides need losing her job. I mean, good grief.
I would never advocate for somebody to lose their. I would never advocate for somebody to lose their job. All I'm saying is that maybe we need to get.
Hold on, you just did 45 minutes ago.
That's not what I said. I said if we can't,
you just advocated for somebody else to take that woman's job. If she not getting the job done,
figure out a way.
In fact, you put the other woman's name out there. You didn't even know the coach's name, but you put the woman who's replacing. You had her name already in print, ready to go. Good grief.
I said if she can't figure it out, then maybe we need to bring Lisa Bluter in here to figure it out.
Yeah, you said you called her that chick. That was worse about that chick.
And that was so disrespectful of me. I definitely apologize for that. I should not have done that.
Chick.
I was caught up in the moment.
She was born in 1977.
Why do you know? Why do you know what year she was born? Why do you know what year she was born?
I just read them on her biography 5 minutes ago.
Why do you know that?
I just read about it. Yeah, man. She was born January 17th, 1977, man. Yeah, man. She even played in WNBA. Christy Sides, man. I read her Wikipedia. Sound like a great girl, man.
Oh,
she was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She went to high school at Central Louisiana. She played college ball at Ole Miss in Louisiana Tech.
Well, maybe we can find out. Maybe they'll come in when we finish this, but we gotta move over to something that's also important here. Another team in Dallas, that's in Arlington. You know them. You got the hat on right now. Represent them. A lot of guys have been on this guy's top this past week, but he did some talking this week. Let's hear from Micha Parsons and hear what he had to say about finally showing up.
Yeah, Dexter Manley finally showed up and ready to play back.
All right. Well, let's listen to Micha Parsons real quick. I'm pretty sure this ought to be entertaining.
So the trip was obviously I did it last year, but we go international. We have camps. We did camps all across Europe, but this year we did it all across. We did one in Shanghai, China, and we had a big one in Tokyo, and that's what Flex works. We're just trying to spread the brand of football, and then there's a lot of kids who are, parents are in the Army, so it's good for them to like see us, and like their experience is great because obviously football is not so big down there. So I think it's always an amazing opportunity to do that.
Sumo wrestling's big.
Yeah.
So what you think about that?
Nah, sumo's legit. So at first I was like, man, I'm gonna do that. Like I'm gonna hop in there, and so they have tiers, and the tier that I had was like, you could put it like as if he was like in like. The kid was 17 at the tip, so he's a high schooler, really. And there's like tiers, so there's black belts and the white belts, and I could show you a video of the white belts, and they're completely different. So imagine a zero tech and a center doing in an Oklahoma drill every play without pads, and it's like so violent. And they was like, you still want to do it? I was like, nope, that's a walking concussion. I was like, do you guys get a lot of concussions? It was like, yeah, but it's just a part of it. I was like, nah, it's not a part of my sport. I was like, so sumo wrestling is a completely different. Their techniques, their style is so mind-boggling. Like they tried to show me a couple of things, and I just failed completely. Very challenging. Had my legs shaking, and I was like, man, I need to do more legs. They do legs every day. So, hitting them's like a brick wall, really. So I think they wouldn't be good offensive linemen because they can't move that well. But you put them in a zero tech, say, don't move, oh, man, that'd be great. So I'm recruiting some as we speak.
All right, you haven't been here as frequently as others.
Mm-hmm.
What was the thought process behind that?
I mean, I think that's always been kind of my style. I think I really haven't been here since, my rookie season, so I don't think it's anything new. I think I always had, my own way of doing things. And, defense is defense. I'm pretty much caught up on everything. I went over it. Paul was meeting up with me, the run game coordinator. So I really wasn't missing anything. So I feel like I was just getting better, getting stronger, getting faster, just doing my things and what Micah does in the offseason. Wrestle sumos. So I just have fun.
But a lot of people are obviously, there's talking points about the fact that you do have a new defensive coordinator here, and the value of just in terms of leadership too, getting around the young guys. What's your pushback on that?
Yeah, I think the more years you have in, the more you understand that there's also the business side to it, and whether I like it or not, there's rookies or people I came with that's not even here anymore, and I think that's what camp is for. I mean, there was a time where Aaron Donald didn't even go to camp, and he won Defensive Player of the Year, and he realized his team in the playoffs. Are we forgetting these times? He wasn't – you're talking about the best defensive player wasn't even in camp. And we're in mini camp, or voluntary at that. So, camp would say something that's mandatory. So I'm just looking at a time for my body to heal. I'm an undersized rusher who gets banged up every year. So I'm just letting my body heal. I'm just trying to grow, strengthen, and really just get ready for the year.
In the offseason, you had said, well, we're still in the offseason, you had talked about chemistry. There was some issues with chemistry. And then with you not being here as frequent, some would say, well, aren't you contradicting yourself when you talk about chemistry within this team?
Well, I would say, you ever watch Remember the Titans? We're going to be in Oxnard a very, very long time. There's going to be a lot of chemistry in that building. And I think that's really the time where you see everything. It's hard to really teach someone without pads or true contact or hand points. It's just not realistic. We can't even touch each other. We're going to lose a draft pick or something like that. It's outrageous. It's not even really, I think right now it's just more technique. It's a lot of walkthroughs right now, nothing to anything. So for my position where I'm at, it's a lot of individual. And I could be doing a lot of individual by myself or with my trainer.
Have you talked to any veterans about this is the way you should do it or not do it? Do you have mentors that you've sort of said, what should I be doing with my body? Where does this come from?
Well, understanding the business side of it too. Your body, this is all I have. This is all I have to offer the Cowboys. Before you sign a contract, you go through a physical. Before you do anything, before you're even on a team, you got to go through a physical. This is your this is your engine. This is where all my equity lies. I have no equity outside of this to offer them. So at the end, you gotta understand, availability is the best ability. And if I'm not available when it really matters because I'm banged up or my body's not healing properly or I didn't get all the rehab and treatment that I need to be successful, then, that's on me. It's not on them. They're just finding next me, so.
But pushback. What if other teammates started to do that?
I think some do. Some people still do. They still go to other trainings outside of this. They still do that. Like, it's a normality, really. I don't think one person just uses the team trainers and things like that.
The building relationship part, how is that within the locker room and that kind of thing? Because when you talk about chemistry, you also think about that.
I mean, you don't just build relationship in the locker room. I mean, me and Chauncey just went to Columbia together. And Sam was there too. I mean, I don't think a locker room is the only way I build chemistry with my teammates. Now, you're talking about rookies. I mean, I come in here and I sit in a cup tub and I talk to some of the rookies. Like, just because I'm actively not here at the designated time doesn't mean I don't come in.
Micah, you talked about the business side with CD handling his business. You had him on your podcast and you guys talked about it. Just how do you kind of view his situation and everything?
Oh, I mean, CD about to hit the brink truck. He about to get his, But I can't think of someone more deserving. You're talking about hand in hand. I think CD's, the best receiver in the league. If not, if you ever want to argue at top 3, but in my eyes, seeing his mindset, how he comes every.
That was Micha Parsons at practice. And Kendrick, I couldn't help but notice you laughing and you have your head down the whole time that interview was going on. Chat me up. What were you? What was funny to you? What had you laughing? What was it?
Okay.
I mean, Chicken says Micha has some good points.
No, Micha has shit. Cut the music. 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 Cut the music.
What you got?
Negro, do you actually want to get paid? Negro, do you actually want to get paid? You know how stupid you sound right now. This is where I'm. You got a smart Negro. I'm trying to be, but Negro think he's smart, but he actually dumb as hell. Negro, do you actually look at what you just said? I'm just you say how much you're one of the best players in the league, but then you contradicted by saying if you just keep a when a dumb person thinks they're smart, you just keep them talking. And they're gonna prove to you why they don't. Just think about what you just said. You just called yourself, I'm an undersized pass rusher. Well, that's strike one against you. So why should Jerry want to pay you? You just demoted your own self. You just demoted your own wealth, calling yourself an undersized pass rusher. Okay, that's Doc 1. Next, Doc 2. Oh, I don't feel I need to come in. You got a new DC. He don't know you. You need to be here. You got a new defensive coordinator. I can see CeeDee Lamb. The offense ain't never changed. You got a new defensive coordinator up there talking about sumo. Nobody want to hear all that. Some sumo, and I'm practicing my stuff sumo. I mean, just talking all nonsense. Strike 2. Then you come out at the end of it. You basically say, "Well, I don't see any of our teammates. You basically say you don't really see how any of our teammates should any player should ever have OTAs. What's the point? You basically say, what's the point? Strike 3. I mean, good grief, man. How dumb are you? You trying to sound yourself smart, but you actually dumb as hell. That's why I put on my and people said, boy, that's kind of disrespectful. I meant exactly what I said. He's the 2024 on my threads. He's the 2024 version of Dexter Manley. And if you don't know Dexter Manley, Google. He was a great NFL football player, but he couldn't read, and he really didn't know how to speak to people because he didn't know how to work his own contracts because he couldn't read. And you sound as ignorant as he did. Sometimes, I mean, good grief, man. You basically said I don't need to come in. You got a new DC who don't know you. You don't know him. Oh, football is just football. You just line up and play. No, it's not. And I was hearing doing the interviews while doing the local talk shows that Micha Parsons is a guy who just wants to go and play football, but he has no interest in actually learning his craft. And I said, is that true? He just proved with his interview that's true. All he wants to do, he don't have no interest in growing at the play. He just want to go out there and just let it happen. And he's talking about, well, I don't want to get injured.
Are you trying to say he's basically one of those players that thinks that he's so talented that all he has to do is just show up? He don't have to
show up.
Yeah.
He don't put much effort in. He don't put in. And we wonder why this guy fades during the second half of the season. He don't show up. I'm talking about I don't want to get injured late in the season. Well, it's plays like you're injured in late in the season because you didn't show up in the practice game. You really didn't show up in December again like you did the last few years he played. Because you know why? You have no counters to their counters. So when you think you just show up and just beat anybody, when they figure you out and you have no other moves because you don't want to go into the lab and perfect your craft. That's why you have these collapses during the second half of the season, and other players who play in your same position, they go on and keep succeeding during the playoffs. And it's just a guy that he don't get it. He's and don't get me wrong, Michael is a talented football player. He's maybe one of the 10 most talented physical-wise football players. You know, you say he's just an undersized pass rusher. But as far as talent-wise in the league, but he limits himself because mentally he limits himself. He's limiting himself in his own mind because he don't want to commit to actually putting in the work to actually being not just talented and great, but Hall of Fame elite. He could be a Hall of Fame player, but if you don't want to study your craft, you don't think it's worth it, you just show up, then all he is going to be a good player and play 10 years in the league, get his money, and that'll be it for him. And I don't know what you do with that. That's the reason why people are saying, well, maybe we can trade him on up out of here. There's whispers going on up there, you know, from insiders down up there. And who knows what? Maybe it may be a good idea to go and trade him away because they see it. They see the drive not there to actually be great. He just wants to be good, not great. In fact, he wants to be great, but he think he don't have to put in the work on and off the field to be great. And that's in the classroom. And that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. Wow, that interview was very enlightening. And wow. I mean, you talk about a guy just selling himself short. I mean, Jared's got to be sitting there grinning. When you call yourself, I'm just an undersized pass rusher, Jared's grinning right now. He said, you know what? You actually are undersized pass rusher. Dock $10 million off that man's contract.
I mean, they're definitely on his top about this interview. The main thing that people on his top for is that he says he comes in, he wants to come in, he wants to change the culture of the Cowboys, and everybody's like, how you want to change the culture and you don't even want to show up and you don't even want to put the grind in? Yeah. What kind of culture you trying to bring there? That means, well, when you talk about culture, what kind of culture you trying to bring? I mean, this was full podcaster Micha Parsons right here. You just got a guy just keep him talking. He think he's being entertaining or something like that, but you make yourself sound dumb, man. It was just, I was laughing because the idiocy was coming out of this guy's mouth. It just confounded me, man. I mean, you want to talk about food. Boy, you fool. Good Lord. I mean, if you think that way, why'd you show up? Why'd you show up in the first place? If you think that way about OTAs, why are you here? Just if you don't need it, just show up during training camp. I mean, good grief, man. And I ain't sitting up here saying that, oh, he ain't all right, that all they do is just go over stuff. But that's what you do when you got a new DC, new coaching, and that's part of some of the reason why Mike McCarthy was upset, Walt. You know, we got new DC, we got new coaches in. We need to get this before we get into camp so it'd be an easier transition. And some guys get it, and some guys just don't. And Michael, one of those guys who just don't get it. And I don't know if he ever will. So there you have it. In a nutshell. You definitely don't seem to be on the bandwagon anymore. You definitely seem to have
Yeah, this is what I know with the season. When you know it's gonna be a failure, you okay. You have peace with it. This season's gonna be utter failure, an utter collapse. So this is gonna be one of them years that put the kids and what do you say? Well, put the kids and women out the house on fire. It's gonna be one of them house on fire.
Get the women and children out.
Because you got guys thinking like that, and he's talking about he's a locker room leader. He's trying to put that into the bloodstream. You got guys who think like that.
It was very telling. It was very telling how at the Super Bowl everybody was doing all the talking. It seemed to be a lot of finger pointing going on at the Super Bowl when everybody was talking about, well, what happened when you guys lost? It was well, I did this and we were tired and all this other stuff.
Yeah, D-Law said, man, we just tired. Huh? Really? Just a couple weeks ago when y'all beat Philadelphia, you said y'all was built for this. You said y'all broke them. And all of a sudden, 3 weeks later, you were tired. But I predicted that. I said, it ain't going to last long. He's going to play one more week, and that's going to be it. And that was it. Read my lips, guys. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I don't think the Cowboys make the playoffs this year. I don't think it happens.
Well, if they don't make the playoffs, either somebody's getting a lot of people not getting paid and somebody getting fired.
And I think the reason why the Joneses are kind of handicapping on a lot of contracts, I think they know it.
Yeah, because if you think about Cincinnati, like you've had this team for this long, and well, I mean, you're going to pay CeeDee Lamb, and you're probably going to pay Dak. You probably most likely going to pay Dak Prescott because you're not able to do anything. You're stifled if you don't pay them too.
But I
tell you, you definitely paying CeeDee Lamb. Now
now they may pay Dak, but I think it's gonna be new language in their contract. I think this no trade clause that's gonna be thrown out. That's that you can't have that. You can't have that. You can't have a guy albatross to your contract where I can't trade him wherever I want to, or he's got to agree to it.
He's got to, which makes sense because I mean, no trade clause. I mean that's more protected of him. He's basically you can't trade me to the Cleveland Browns.
I mean, that's good on him. It's bad on Jerry for agreeing that. That's good on him. I mean, listen, I'm not mad at that. Your agent, you do what you got to do to protect yourself. I'm just, you're an organization. I mean, you agree?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the Cowboys don't trade quarterbacks like that. They've never done it.
Yeah. No, look out.
They've never done it. They've never done it before, so I don't see them doing.
I'm just saying, look out. Look out for next season because this thing goes like I think it's gonna go.
I'll tell you the only way they would trade him if they were to get like a top pick, and basically they knew they can get a quarterback that they can plop right in and trade for that top pick.
It's a lot of.
If they are to get a top 10, top 5 pick, and they got Dak Prescott, then that's when they'll say, "All right, we want to trade you. We want to trade you for, a quarterback that's because they're not gonna go through the draft again."
Let me tell you something. It's a kid in Colorado right now. He's nice.
Who, Shedeur?
He's gonna be your next star.
Yeah, but Shedeur got some more growing to do. Like he got exposed last year.
He got exposed because he's on a bad football team and no talent.
Excuse me, sir. His father is the coach of that team. What it
didn't have any talent. They won with smoke and mirrors. We all know that. It was a good little story for September. When we got in October, November,
nobody cared no more. Yeah, but that organization is in trouble anyway.
So
organization is in trouble because you already hear a lot of kids are like, man, I ain't with all that. I'm not with all that. I'm over that.
So Sedora's gonna put up Heisman like numbers. He's not gonna win the Heisman. He's gonna put up Heisman like numbers because they're gonna put the ball. He's gonna try to boost his stock. His stock, but he's that talented. And like I heard say, I keep hearing this nonsense, and it's starting to irritate me. Well, why you trade that? What's the best? What best you can do? I don't give a shit about that. What best you can do? You do what's best for your organization. You don't never lock your listen.
I didn't hear you.
Somebody said, well, you know what? You can't do no better than Dak Prescott. What do you mean? If the Jets thought like that, they still be sitting there with their quarterback. If the 49ers thought like that, they still be sitting with that quarterback.
But to the Jets, they found a quarterback who was ready. You got to find a quarterback
you know
who's
what?
ready to lead.
You know what? That's on the organization being lazy. It's the same thing with Romo. You were lazy. You allowed yourself to be tied up with the average quarterback. And yes, I said it. Tony Romo was an average quarterback at the end of the day. Who the only reason why you know him is because he was on the most popular sports franchise in the world. Period. The same thing was happening now. Listen, no shade on Dak. Him and his agent, he's making money. He's actually the second highest grossing NFL player in the NFL. Second, I mean, for his endorsements, contracts, money wise, second to Patrick Mahomes. And it's kind of funny how he's the second, even though he hasn't been to a Super Bowl. Hell, he ain't even been to a conference championship. He's the second highest grossing player in the NFL to Mahomes, even though Mahomes has been to championships, one championship. He's almost close to Mahomes. That's the luxury for playing for the Cowboys. You know what they was saying, Walt? You know what they was saying? They say, Walt, in business, it ain't what you know, it's who you know. And who you know is Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay? To my point, to what I'm saying is that when you getting ready to trade a quarterback, like you had the Jets found Aaron Rodgers was already on his way out the door. So it wasn't hard for them to make a move to get him. So right now you would have to find a quarterback that's good, that's on his way out the door, to make a trade.
You know what? And you're right. I can't tell you who that is. Because the season
Mahomes ain't going nowhere. Mahomes ain't going nowhere.
The season ain't even started yet. But if this season turns out the way I think, you owe your franchise to look that way, whether it's in the draft or whomever. You can't just sit up and say.
I mean, to your point. I mean, you got to look at what the Rams did. You got to look at what the Rams did. The Rams drafted Jared Goff, went to a Super Bowl, said no, it ain't gonna work, and went and got a veteran quarterback and came in here and won a Super Bowl.
Because the goal is to win a Super Bowl,
right?
Isn't it? That's what we hear from Jerry Jones. It don't matter who it is that wins it. I mean, good grief, the 49ers got to the Super Bowl twice with two
Jimmy Garoppolo, and Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. It ain't. I don't care about who's. As long as you get there, I don't care who it is. I mean, to be locked into one guy where it's this guy, nothing. To me, that's laziness. I mean, the fact of the matter is, listen, Dak Prescott, God bless him, he seems like
I wouldn't call it laziness. I just think the Cowboys are stuck in their ways that they got to get out of. That's what I'm talking. That you can still build a team the way they build a team. It's like that model doesn't work anymore.
And that's why I say it's laziness.
But it's not laziness. It's the fact that they want to prove people. They want to prove people that we're going to build it our way.
Well, then it's in the one or two things. Either it's laziness or it's insanity.
It's insanity. It's insanity.
Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, think it's going to work, and it never works.
That's what it is. It's insanity because they keep thinking that the way they build a team is, we're gonna pay our guy, we're gonna draft and pay our guys, and we're not gonna go out and spend money in free agency, and we're just gonna be good enough to get in the playoffs, and then we'll just get lucky and land in the Super Bowl. It's been that way since 2007.
Well, guess what? You ain't lucky because you ain't been us in 30 years.
Right, it's been that way, but they've been building the team the same way since 2007, and now you got a guy like Zach Martin who basically saying he's thinking about retiring at the end of this season. He's been there for 10 years?
Yeah, he made his
money. You did nothing, and you did nothing in his career. Him and Tyron both on their way Tyron's already gone. Now Zach Martin's on his way out the door, and they've done nothing with their careers.
Listen, you just think about it. The Cowboys they've drafted well. I mean, their draft has been great, at least for the first 3 rounds. Their draft has been great. You think about the Hall of Fame, Travis Frederick, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, those 3 Hall of Famer.
DeMarcus Ware.
They done had D-Law. Whatever you think of Dez Bryant, at one point in time, he was the top 3 receiver in this league.
He was number one. At one point, it was him and Julio Jones were the best receivers in this league.
It was him. It was him and Megatron.
I'm sorry, him, Megatron, and Julio. Those were the top 3. You're right.
And then you had Jason Witten, who was considered a top 3 tight end in this league. And you've had all that talent. I mean, you've had all that talent on both sides of the ball, and you've not even come close to a conference championship game. That says more to me about the organization than it does the players. And the insanity, if you want to put it that way, that you still stuck in your ways. Jerry is a victim of his own
dirty deeds.
His own dirty, because remember, before Jerry, which he was involved in this, creating a salary cap. Cowboys were winning Super Bowls because they can pay players. But because Jerry didn't want to pay those players all this money, and he knew how it was going to go, he envisioned it. He basically handicapped himself, basically helping create a salary cap. Because in the salary cap era, he has not won a Super Bowl. No, let me face it. He's won 1 Super Bowl. He won one in 95 because salary cap was created in 94. He won 1 Super Bowl. But that's still because his players were under contract. Going forward since then, his teams haven't gotten close in the salary cap era. They just haven't. And with the way they're thinking, I don't see it happen. But like I said, I'm at peace with it, because at least I feel sorry for people like Shams, and EA, who are in that early 30s, who I don't know knew what was going on when the Cowboys, or maybe wasn't even born when the Cowboys would win the Super Bowl. I was in high school when the Cowboys would win the Super Bowl, so I knew what was going on. So I was able to see the Cowboys actually win the Super Bowl. So was Walt, so was Towaz, and actually know what was going on. So I'm at peace with it. I've seen the Cowboys win Super Bowls. If they never win another Super Bowl in my lifetime, I'm at peace with it. But the fact of the matter, it's a damn shame that you got kids that are have kids of their own, high school kids of their own, and haven't seen the Cowboys actually be great in their lifetime. That's a mark on Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, and the front office, because you won as far as the brand. You win in that. I mean, if Super Bowl were won on branding and selling your product, selling your brand, the Cowboys will have banners up in there like the Celtics have, 18, 19, 20, but it's not one on branding. It's one on the field. And that's what the Cowboys lacked at. They lacked it. Like I said, they draft great, but all these Hall of Fame players they had throughout these 30 years and future Hall of Fame players, they got to, like I said, they still can't even get to a conference championship game. And it's a damn shame. That game against the Packers this past January told me a lot about this organization, that, you know what, it just ain't happening. I mean, you were down 27-0 to a team relatively with a young coach and basically an inexperienced quarterback and an inexperienced, basically, as far as just Aaron Jones was an inexperienced team, and they were ghosting you 27-0 in that game. Told me all I needed to know.
Well, all right, man. I mean, we hit some key stuff tonight. I mean, man, we'll be back tomorrow night, because tomorrow night is game 1. Game 1 of the NBA Finals.
Come on, man, we need you. The Rangers done gave up and said we won our championship. We done. We need you. We need you, man. We need you. Damn it, we need you.
Yeah. Stars got eliminated.
Stars done. We get the Rangers seem to be over. They seem done. The Wings look like they done. Cowboys, they done. Look at the way Michael's talking. They done before they started. Mavericks, your only hope. Your only hope.
Yeah, man. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow night for pregame. What time's the game start?
7:30. So let's do 6:45. This is the finals.
All right, so we'll start pregame at about 6:45 tomorrow. Right. As the people are excited, they are all fired up for this. I mean, we're in the finals. NBA Finals. I told everybody we were going, and some people on this broadcast thought I was crazy when I said it, but
Yes, you did.
look at me now.
Look at you now.
So,
Look at you now.
yeah.
Call the head coach of NLF or some chick. Look at you now. Yo, look at you now.
Ooh, that's a bad mark on me. I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have did that.
Hope this don't get back to her. Calling her some chick.
Yeah, that wasn't a good. That wasn't a good look. That wasn't a good look by me.
And 10 minutes early, calling me sexist.
Miss Christy Sides, I definitely apologize for that.
Sometimes
at least I didn't go like what's the name, Pat McAfee, and call somebody a white.
Wow, man. Listen, let me tell you something. If you want to know how a guy it's all about the money. The reason why he still got a job, that's right. It's all about the money, because he wasn't putting in the numbers he putting in, he probably wouldn't be there. But he puts in the numbers and the product and the eyes he put in. He's still there. But wow, wow. Okay, I'm pretty sure Caitlin Clark won't be on his show.
He said he called and apologized to her.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. He was wrong for saying it, but what he was trying to to say it. He wasn't like saying she is one. He's basically speaking in terms of that's what they think about her. That's what they feel about her.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying. He wasn't saying it to be like that's what he thinks or views her as. He's basically saying that's what the feelings, that's how they're treating her.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what he was trying to say. But he wasn't saying it in a negative way. But it's just the fact that, he could have came out another way and said it.
But this, and I'm pretty sure his boss has said this to him. They brought Pat McAfee because he, listen, that guy, shout out to Pat McAfee. He created an audience and a show from the ground up, kind of like what we're trying to do from the ground up. But they probably said, listen, we know you're edgy and that's cool. That's what we got you there for. But you got to learn when to slow down edge. I know sometimes Pat McAfee has certain problems. Here or there. He tries. Sometimes he mixes his WWE career with his ESPN sports career, and sometimes it's a good thing. But on this part, that was a bad thing. It's okay to be edgy, but you got to know when to cut the edge off.
They let them cuss like hardcore on that show.
Oh yeah, they dropping everything. They dropping everything.
So for that to happen, it's like, okay.
Yeah, just don't call a female or a white female or any female a B. Whether you meant it that way or not.
Yeah.
So
all right, man. So we'll be back tomorrow night. But until then, keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the stars. Always do his best for business. If we don't see you around, then we will see you around live tomorrow night for game 1 of the NBA Finals. Mavs versus the
And please, Mavs fans, if the Mavs lose tomorrow, don't say the ceiling is falling. Please don't come on this show and talk about how Jason Kidd sucks and everything sucks. This team is in the finals. Which I can say what the Cowboys will be. They kind of final. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow.